them through the street by their weaves, then I mean,
Yeah,
can't
snatch
get a
something.
line. Just like
Well,
dudes that
they
like
want to go out. Now, this song comes out, and then now they're all like, "Yeah, yeah, wow, baby," you know what I'm saying? I'm like, really, really, really,
Y'all ain't about that life.
really.
Uh,
Oh my god,
we're in the just talking about stuff. I was inappropriate songs. Rihanna's S&M.
that's a good one.
I mean, it is, but I would snatch my little girl up the moment that I see her walking around singing that song.
Oh, okay, yes.
I used to
But
work in hotels
nowadays
doing.
it's hard to do that nowadays. Nowadays it's like that. Like they're gonna like I don't like yeah. You snatch them up and you give them the business, but it's so hard to like I would think as a
Yeah,
parent.
when I said I snatch them up, there was no violence going on in that. I'm just
No,
gonna
what?
snatch my kid up off
and
of the
leave.
ground while they dance into some body ass music.
Oh,
Say we
I'm
don't do
Dominican. There would
that.
be violence. There would be violence.
Tell
I'm
them we
sorry.
don't do that there, and sit them back down. And I turn on some jazz music.
No, 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 no.
Ooh,
You gotta put some violence into it. You know what I'm saying? As a Dominican, you gotta get the chancla. And
Nah,
trust me,
uh,
I got some chanclas right here. Oh my gosh! Actually, let me here. I'll just screen
there's
share.
too many other things in the world for my children to be afraid of. I don't need them to be afraid of
Boom.
me.
I got the chancla right here. Look, already. If I had a
Because
kid, yeah, 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 huh? Huh? Yeah, you don't understand this. Oh, that hurts.
yeah, that's a way for it.
Ooh,
oh,
memories, bad memories,
hard pass.
memories.
Hard
Yeah.
pass.
Ah,
Like, how would
chunk
you discipline your kid then? What would be part of your regimen?
for
Me?
me.
Both of you, yeah.
If I were to discipline my kids, I would teach them to not do the shitty things that they do.
Uh
Because I
huh.
mean, like, I don't know if you guys have hit this, or anybody who's watching the podcast or listening to it later have got hit this point in their life yet. We're all gonna die, man. We're all gonna get old and die. And yesterday doesn't matter as much. So, like, if my kids do something that was like, where you spill Kool-Aid all over the carpet, I'm not gonna be mad and like hit them or like hard punish them. Instead, I'm gonna teach them that you spill Kool-Aid on my carpet, I'm gonna send you to the store to bring back a rug doctor, and you're gonna learn how to shampoo carpets. That's basically that's kind of how I see punishment. Is I don't see it as a punishment so that they learn to not do what they did by fear. I want them to learn to not do what they did by trial and error. Like, you left the bathroom faucet running. I'll let them know, hey, don't leave that running. They keep doing it. I'll tell them over and over again. I got plenty of years left on this earth, and they do too. Eventually, they'll get it. If they were like acting up in school, I'd go sit in their class. I'd straight up be that parent. I would join the PTA. They would see
Uh huh.
me on campus every single day,
Uh huh.
lunchtime. I would
Uh huh.
always be there, watching them
Word.
like a hawk.
That's the Eleanor
So you're
Roosevelt
basically
mentality.
mentally gonna like with me, like if my parents did that, that's like
Mhm.
mentally torturing as a
No, that's
kid.
not
To
mentally
me,
torturing. I just want to be there. If they mess up, I'll correct them. And if I have to correct them
but
in front of all their
okay.
friends, then maybe their
Wow.
friends will learn
Wow.
something too.
I would
Not,
rather have you whoop my ass than do that.
I
Are
was about
you
to say, like,
kidding me?
no, not at all. That is 100%. I would
Bro,
go to the
I would
school.
have you. I'd be like,
Yeah,
just at home. Just, look, I'll take my pants off, just whoop my behind as hard as you let it all out. Please, just don't show up to school. Get the hell out of here.
oh my god, I thought it was going out the route of Eleanor Roosevelt. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but it looks like I gotta turn into a helicopter mom. That's probably
don't get me wrong. I will have alternative motives while I am there. Remember, I am
uh,
at this point in my head canon 40 on a school campus, and there's PE coaches. I'm going to be busy during like the class period, so I can't always be there to helicopter over it. But yeah,
Well, you got to understand the torture because think about it this you do that, right? And then all the other kids are going to pick on your kid for that reason.
but here's
You
the
know what I'm saying?
bonus. Here's
Oh,
the bonus of
no.
me being that kid's parent. Just fuck up another kid. I'm not gonna like punch or hit my kid, but if I see another kid lay hands on my child, one, I'm gonna teach my child how to fight MMA style. Two, I
Okay.
will throw something across the room at their
Okay.
kid and then fight their parent and say, "Why'd you tell your kid to say anything to my kid is precious?"
Yeah, everybody's kid's precious when they look
Yeah,
at
and
my
if your
kid's
kid is
precious.
precious to you, you should teach that kid to not fuck with other people's kids because then they'll find out that
Oh,
my parent
man.
is gonna eat you.
I don't know, man. That's
I,
I can't. I,
Look, now I
I
grew up
whoop
with
my kid's
parents
ass.
that
I whoop my
I
kid's
grew up with
ass
the
and be
kind of
like,
parents that were like, the teacher is the right one, or the adult is always right. And I've seen repeatedly through my youth, my teenage, and through my adult life that is not the case. Kids are just gonna be kids. Like, you can do what you
exactly.
can to teach them to not do wrong. Honestly, abusing your kid, or I'm not even say abusing because some people use corporal punishment. Use it, but there is a fine line between corporal punishment and abuse, and I never want to have to walk that line or have
Okay.
to question: did what I do to my child for punishment do
was I
more
just
than
being
what
a
I
kid?
intended? Because for
Okay.
me, when I felt that I got corporal punishment more than what I should have for simple things, that like Mexican Joker, man. He's just gonna make a problem for you later on. That kid will get to high school and they'll remember. I'll be
No, no, no.
old.
Well,
They'll
I took it,
remember.
it was a
There
different
will be
experience.
stairs in my house. If you don't hear from me, fell down the stairs.
It was no. Here's the thing. It was a whole different experience for me. When I got my whooping is because I know I did something wrong and I deserved it. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I felt like I became a better person in that. I could have been a little shithead, and my brothers too. I remember my brother, he stole something in school, and my mom felt so embarrassed. Whatever. She took him home, and she found out this stuff. Dude, she made him eat a raw banana, not a banana, a plantain, a raw plantain. I don't know why. Yo, I came into that kitchen and he's crying eating this raw plantain, and I'm like, I turned right back around and left. I remember I spilled what was it? I think I was playing around with the toothbrush. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm a kid. But there might have been toothpaste all over the place. And the person we were living with told my mom. My mom just came from work and it was like late at night. And then she had to hear this thing from her. And yo, she sent me to the shower and I thought I was clear because I'm like, okay, I'm in the shower. Yo, she grabbed the bell, opened the door. It felt like that scene from that movie. It was like, and she's just whooping my ass with the water hitting me. You don't understand. So that leather belt with the water hitting you at the same time, buck naked,
Let's fresh,
and
friend.
then she,
Let's fresh.
dude, and she whooped me from the. And the thing was, our bedroom was all the way around, so she whooped me in every single room of the house. She had to take me all the way from the bathroom, from the living room, past the other bedroom, past the kitchen, back to our bedroom, whooping my ass the whole entire time. Where they had to break down the door and fucking and be like and take me away for a quick second. They're like, she's about to kill this kid. But you know what I did? I learned my lesson. I'm never playing around in the bathroom ever again. So to me, every time I got my ass whooping, it was a thing that like I deserved it, and it wasn't a thing that's like she would come home mad and then like take it out on us or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't condone that, but like a little, I don't see it as a bad thing. You're saying you cheat. Like my mom said to this cop one time, right? She paid. She gave me 50 cents.
Jesus, man.
Oh,
You're one of those scared straight kids. I don't know if I can take this as an endorsement or as just a story.
Dude, she told the cop one time, right? She told the cop one time this. I gotta give you the backstory. So I said that I was hungry, and she gave me her last 50 cents. I was supposed to go in there buy $25 chip and a soda thing as a kid. What did I do? I put it into the arcade and I started playing arcade, and the money's gone. And I come out with no arcade, and she's wondering like, why is it taking so long? She sees me there playing the arcade. She grabs me, starts whooping me all the way out, all the way to Alex. And she's like, we weren't rich at the time. That was her last 50 cents that she had on her. And I'm like, I'm getting my ass whooped up and down. I look at this police officer thinking, yo, I'm about to get saved here. Thank God the cop is here. She's going to stop. No, the cop comes over and is like, Senora, ¿qué está pasando? Excuse me, lady, what are you doing? And she's like, well, da-da-da. There is no possible way that I'm going to let gang members take him away from me. If he's going to die, he's going to die by my hands. And the cop was like Puerto Rican or whatever. And he's like, oh, okay. And then walked away. And she kept whooping my ass all the way home. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get saved by anybody. I'm gonna take this one, and I have to learn my lesson. Don't grab the money and do something else with it. And I learned that because in a sense was stealing.
True.
Yeah,
So
you're 100. I won't ever agree with like the punishment stuff because I mean I was a hellion as far as like standards go, and I didn't learn shit from getting punished by getting hit. It just made me go harder.
Because then you build up a sort of a what do you call it?
It's like so that's why I can describe it as at a certain point it just became nothing to me. Not like I had like an ass of steel where I learned that I was into BDSM at some point as when I was a kid. But it was just like I do something if the like for my parent growing up, anything constituted like getting beat. Because I lived in a super conservative Southern Baptist family household. Like, so the base of what I would have to do if I broke a rule, if there was a rule from the Bible, I would have to rewrite that Bible verse about that rule thousands of times until I got it. That's part of the reason why I know the entire Bible is because I was punished so much. And then if it wasn't that, it was like getting beat. My mom would do like some fucking mental abusive shit of you bought one. Oh, you're gonna get it later. Come up behind us, whisper in our ear if we like kinda messed up while we're in public. Oh, you're gonna get it later. Like a fucking like stealth villain out of nowhere. Then you get beat when you get home. Yeah, no, I just not my kids. I can't do that.
Okay, so like the whole thing about like when you were talking about not like after a while you like find it. I remember the exact moment when my mom tried. I think I was like 14 and I was just taller than her.
Yeah.
And she tried to like hit me with the belt, and I was just like, okay, like no crying, no nothing. And I was just like, okay, cool, nothing happened. And she just like looked at her, and so it's like, okay. And then the next time I got hit with a bat by my dad, but you know, it's
Whoa.
Wow. Wait.
that took
And now we go all the way back to where I say there's a thin line. There is a hard, thin line.
No, but after that we were good. We were good. It was a thing that they just stopped there. They knew that it wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing.
Right. Now, my parents tried to do it. Well, my mom specifically tried to do it until I was 16 in high school. Like the last time. All right, guys, dark corner. I have eye bleach after this. She beat me in my face while I was going to school because I was late for missing the bus, and because I was too big to get hit by a belt. She waited until we were driving on the road to start punching me in my face repeatedly, and then kicked me out on the school campus. So, yeah, that was where that was the day where it completely stopped for me. And that was also when I moved to my parents' house and ended up living on my own until graduation. Yeah. But I've been living on my own since 16 because of that. All right. Now here's a not joke. Not.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange.
I don't have any joke to follow up with orange. I'm sorry.
I guess you could have said, "Aren't you glad to see me?" I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how it normally goes. It was like a Nancy joke. Never mind. I'll work on it.
Oh, okay, I got
And
you.
that's why I have such a strong feeling on. There's a fine line between like corporal punishment, like Juan, what you went through. That's what I would expect of like. That's what my grandmother did. Like that was the most effective like beatings I ever got as a kid. It's like I would do some dumb shit while visiting my grandmother's house, and she'd be all like, go find a Switch," and I'm like,
Oh,
"A
yeah.
Nintendo Switch?" Said me from the future. No,
No.
go out to the yard, find a Switch, bring it back to me, and if it's a small Switch, find a Switch. If it's a
Yup.
weak Switch, gotta go find a Switch. So you go out to the yard, you find a Switch, you bring it back. She would spank you like 3 times with it and then throw it away. She would never use a belt. She would never use like a shoe or anything. And she gave us the best Christmas presents.
Okay. You're like, I'll deal with all the beatings, but I know Christmas, I'm about to get something good.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I ended up getting a Pokemon Red version. That was my first video game and my first Pokemon game. In
She
fact,
just remembers. She tries just remembers all the like. Man, I whooped his ass real good this year.
yeah,
You know what?
yo, she
He
would, like,
deserves this.
if she had like all of her grandkids over at the same time, like 5 of us, and we all fucking did something, like something broke. And nobody's
Ooh.
telling who did it. Like nobody's snitching. So now we all liars. Fair enough, Grandma. We fucked with the wrong one. We all go find a switch. She switches up the switches that we brought in and doesn't use the switch that we got on us, but the switch that we got on somebody else, and then let us know whose switch it was. And then ask us again, are you lying? Yo, none of me and my cousins ever snitched. No snitching, hard rule.
There you go. There you go. You learned your lessons, right?
But
Yeah,
I
don't
think that
snitch.
became like a
Snitches
cultural
get
thing.
switches.
Whew.
Oh man, that brought up some memories.
Yeah, it did.
Y'all, we're old. Slit.
Yeah.
I'm in a weird position because I like older people. Not just like romantically, or I like hanging out with older people, and it's been that way since I was like 18. They were just a lot more chill, and when I was like, yeah, no, cool. You seem to understand enough of your life, so hang out with us now.
I think the only time that I used to really hang out with them was when I was super young, I guess. Didn't really have a choice. I used to kind of just chill out and play dominoes with them. You'd make all
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
obscene jokes about, inappropriate things they did in their youth, and I was like, I don't understand any of this, but I'm here for it. It's kind of
But that's the thing with like older people. That's the thing with older people. It's like because if you think about it, they know that like what you said earlier is like
Mhm.
yesterday doesn't matter. They're older. They understand they're in that close span. That's like I'm gonna die. So
Mhm.
they want to transfer all their thing. And something I always tell people is that one, you're not as old as you was yesterday. So always look forward to right now and tomorrow, and always do not do not get to the age where you regret doing things. If you feel like you want to do something, do it. Don't
Yeah.
regret. Don't be 80 and be like, man, I should have asked that girl out. Because if she says no, then she says no. Then you can move on with your life, clear in your head that she said no. Instead of like,
That's what I'm saying all day today, because like
Shoot
we were
your
watching
shot.
that we were watching that anime Toradora today, and I was
Mhm.
like, all this convoluted nonsense. I understand it's supposed to build plot, build suspense, build up a whole lot of things, right? And then I tell the chat the whole entire time, like, this is just so convoluted. If she just kind of said from before, "Yo, sir," and he says like, "Oh, hey," and then they go like, "Do we go out or what?" And then he goes like, "Nah." It's just done, right?
Done.
It's
It's done.
okay. You just leave. You leave. You go put your lives, and then you could probably ask her again. Maybe I don't know, 5 years down the road. You don't try to burn the bridge because you never know. Maybe you can have it renovated or something, right?
Yeah.
And you try again. Maybe it might work out. Maybe it might not.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No,
I
I
would
agree. I agree
I would not
100%.
have I would not have met my husband if he did not shoot his shot and I did not shoot my shot.
Word.
Because yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we're both there. Yeah, we're
we
both
were
there with two balls. Ah, shoot! They both come in at the same time. Oh, sweat! Yo, you made yours in. I made mine in. Let's do this.
yeah, so like 100% shoot your shot. Like a lot of like my complaints with dating from being a teenager into like most of my 20s was centered around the whole, well, I just don't feel like they're into me that much, or I can't really read their signals that they're putting out, or I'm just retarded when it comes to understanding if someone's into me. I still am, by the way. But
Same. It's
it's
okay.
it's just like it came down to me needing to shoot my shot and putting myself out there to want to meet somebody. Like making friends is one thing.
Hmm.
Trying to find somebody romantically compatible with you that you want to hang out with, that's a whole different thing. And as I was thinking about, because the marriage happens, what day is it? Today is Friday. I get married next, no, not next Monday. Sorry. I get married the Monday after next. So November the 2nd, but we're doing the ceremony on the 31st.
Hmm.
Are you gonna have a Twitch stream so we can, or like a stream so we can watch?
I'm going to try to figure something out. We're going to be up.
I was just joking, but okay.
I mean, I'm
No,
gonna try to
I was
figure
thinking.
something out to share it with my friends and everybody when I do it. We just haven't quite figured that out yet because Colorado is currently on fire, and where
Oh
we were
God.
planning on going for our honeymoon is also near where the fires. Well, no, it's not near where the fires are happening, but they might be overran with people evacuating when we go up there. So,
Traffic will be
anyways,
bad.
what I was getting at is the difference of me shooting my shot for somebody that I was looking for versus me shooting my shot of somebody that I'm just interested in is like I find myself in situations, man, when I'm just like, dude, I could just go with him and disconnect from the rest of the world and live out the rest of my days. That's how I kind of feel. And that only came from shooting my shot. So always shoot your shot with your romantic interests, especially if you have like those feelings about them, because that will keep you up all night, bro. Like when you can't catch the fish that got away, haunts you.
It haunts. It does.
Haunts.
It does.
No, I agree. You gotta throw it out there. You gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You can't live in like the what if, because a lot of people like to live in that what if, and they just
Yeah.
like to sit there and not be proactive. And I
And
learned, after getting shot, I learned like, fuck, man, I gotta do something. I could have been dead. I could have died. I'm gonna live in the sense that in a sense, like I care what people think, but not in the sense of like when I'm doing something, I don't really care what people think of me.
yeah.
Because you do it just for yourself and just enjoying them.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because like my alive day. So in the military we call it the alive day. So not military, but like I'm sure people that gone through a traumatic thing where they're like they almost died. They call it their alive day or their newborn day or whatever they call it. I call it my alive day. It's March 29th. Every March 29th, I'm like, dude. I look back and I'm like, I could have died today.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that is crazy to me. And every single year I celebrate it, and every single year I make the same promise to myself, like, hey, no matter what, I'm gonna go after. I'm gonna go. Like, if I like someone, I'm gonna go ask her out, whatever. Where, because like people that that don't go, and they're just like, oh man, and they live. I can't be in a sense of like, oh man, I'm so shy. I can't do that because then you're gonna just torture yourself with all of that, and I can't do that to myself. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Yeah. Can't do it, man. That's kind of like how I take a lot of experiences in life. Was in Orlando, Florida 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It's the last time I went to go see my family. I had like this whole thing of, oh yeah, we want to see you. You're gonna pay for your ticket. Come down here for Thanksgiving. That's not the point of the trip. The cool part of the trip was I went to Volcano Bay, this water park at Universal Studios that's got like heated water and it's like made to look like you're on an island and there's a volcano and everything. They have this ride that is a straight drop, like you're a torpedo, going down a slide at about 30 miles an hour into the pool. And I gotta find a video real quick.
Sure.
I'll pull it up later on the stream once I can find it. But the way that they have it set up is you get into this little tube. When you're in this tube, they close the tube on you, and all you have is this trap door at your feet. And once that trap door goes, you just go directly down, like you're free falling on the slide at 35 miles an hour. It is the most intense thing I have ever done in my life. Like, that would be what I consider skydiving. I never would have done anything like that when I was a kid because it's just like, it's too fucking scary. It's like, oh no, I could die doing that. And I'm like, as an adult seeing it, I could die before doing that. So then I got it turned around completely for me. Like, I stopped looking at things of like, there's a high risk in there versus what do I gain out of it for the experience. Like, I'm not going to risk my life to go base jumping off a mountain. That stuff is still too wild for me. But I will try things that I haven't tried before, and that's also one of the things that got me out of being a picky kid. Like, I didn't eat lettuce or tomato, or like how you only eat cheese pizza and pepperoni pizza as a kid growing up, and you're like, no, I don't like anything. Then as you get older, you're kind of like, it's around, I'll fuck with it. That's kind of like how life gets.
Yes. Great. That is true. That is so true. You know what? That is so true because there's so many, like onions. I used to not fuck with onions at all, and then now I'm like, fucking onions, sure, bring them on. Are they skillet? Are they this? What are they? Are they fucking toasted? Are they just regular? Fuck it, bring the onions.
Yeah,
yeah. As a kid, you were so picky, and like, yeah. now that you're older, you're like, well, I'm closer to dying. Might as well give this a try. I don't know if it was good. And then you look, you're like, damn, this is delicious. Where have I been? What have I need to go back and tell my young self, try this.
All right, I found the video.
Oh,
here it is. I want this to stay full screen. There. Wait a minute. So this is the water park, and that's the volcano. You have to go into the volcano to get to this drop slide. That's not only one. That's one of them.
oh dear God.
Oh wait, no, this is the wrong one. Wrong one. This is not the super fast one. I think this is
the red one, maybe.
All of these are up there, but those blue and green ones are these. This is not the one that did. Those actually seem fun. There you go.
Oh, look at her. She's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Also, at this point, I was like 280 pounds at 6'4" in this tube. It was not comfortable. Yeah.
Wait, when you go through it, are you inside the actual volcano?
Yes. It's so much fun, man. The entire ride only lasts about 3 seconds.
Do you get yeeted out of here?
Yeah, you literally.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
My glasses here.
It keeps you out. Oh, okay. Okay, puts you in this pool. There's a lifeguard there.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much
Can
for visiting.
can I tell you a story?
Theme Park
Me
HD.
Yeah, go
and my
for it.
I hope
ex,
you
I
enjoyed
almost
this
drowned in
video.
one of these,
Thank
like
you
one of
for
these things
visiting
at a
Paul
park in Florida.
Yo, that's not cash money.
No, I almost drowned in one of those things. So we went up to this ride. It was a water park. We went up to this one ride, and it was like one of those things like that. Where it shoots you down, right? So it shoots me down all the way, dude. When it drops you into this big ass pool. Now, mind you, at the time I had I still have the rod. I have a rod in my leg, and I'm not already known for being a good swimmer. I almost drowned as a kid.
I know
Yo.
what water park that was.
Yo, I dropped down and I couldn't get back up. Luckily, there was a freaking lifeguard right there to pull me out. I was gonna die. I couldn't get back up. My leg was holding me all the way down. I don't know why. It was just dead. And I was
Whoa.
just like, oh my god, I was in that. But dude, that yeah, you go ahead and do that. That's
Whoa.
nice. Good job.
YOLO.
Yeah, okay.
We
Yeah,
learned the concept of YOLO in our teens, and then we forget that shit.
You can definitely YOLO all day long, bro.
Because we got like the
I think
extra
the water-
baggage when we were older. Because we're like, haha, this is also cool, fun, and sick, bro. And then we get older, it's like, if I die, there's so much taxes. We got so much stuff, bro.
There's so many taxes. I think that water park that you were at was Wet and Wild. If you were in Central
Yes!
Florida,
Yes,
that
Wet
water
and
park
Wild.
hella dangerous.
Wet and Wild.
I've only gone to that water park for gay bear events, and all the times that I went there, I was underage. So that's not underage. I was over 18, but I was under 21. There we go.
Okay.
Very clearly there.
Okay. To
Let me make
clarify,
that
we're not
very, very clear. I was under the legal drinking age, which was the age for the event to even be in the park. And what they would do is rent that park out for the night, and it'd just be a bunch of fat, hairy dudes walking around, not getting onto slides because they're too big. Because all the slides they have like
Weight
size limit of 250 to like not 300 to 280 for single riders, and then if you're getting onto like a 4-person raft, they have a weight limit of about 500 pounds. So I would be standing in line. This is when I was in like my Instagram status body. Standing in line, and there's like this group of muscle bears. These are overtly muscular men that are hairy and very, very gay. Muscle bears, for those who don't know. And these are supposed to be the healthy ones. The ones that go to the gym every single day. They eat kale. And all 4 of them get up to the ride, and they're like, we're about to get on this ride together. And then they're told they're too big. I saw this queen die on the inside, being told that they were too big to ride this ride with their friends. Like they were told that they were fat. It was so much to live for. It was like watching the popular girl get told that she's too big for the top of the cheerleader pyramid. Felt good. Yeah, that theme park, they always had that one ride that would do the drop tower close down because everybody was too big to get on it. But now I know also why. That shit's dangerous.
Nah,
You guys survived that. I don't think that's any part of my life at all. Because no, that's none for me. I think the most dangerous thing I've probably done is like a roller coaster or something.
I was gonna ask that.
That's literally all I did, and it wasn't even like the big drop ones. Sort of like one of those kiddie, those kiddie roller coasters, not them death drops or anything like that. It's just sort of like a 5-minute ride or something. You're like, nice. This is pretty okay. And me next to it,
craziest thing
screaming
I've
at the top of
done.
my lungs. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, finish. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, the craziest thing I've done is jump out of a plane.
Shit.
Nice.
Well, other than go to Iraq, that was the job.
You were in the military, and the most crazy thing that other than getting shot was jumping out of a plane.
Yeah.
You know,
What else do you do?
Well, there was that, and then there was that one time I raw dogged this chick after a bar, but that was just like I shouldn't have done it. But
Living life on the
luckily,
edge.
That is very
luckily,
dangerous.
luckily, it turned out okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bad things could have happened. Kids, wrap it up.
Yeah. Plan B in front of you all the time.
Oh, so many. Plan B is a lifesaver, dude. Oh my god, so many times. And you gotta make that. You gotta make that like in the morning, or not even in the morning. Sometimes it's like late at night. It's like, did you? And I'm like, I might have. It's like, crap. It's like, okay, let's get ready. You want to take this drive? No, I got it. I'll pay for it.
Or, kitties, you could go get a vasectomy, and then you can't
What?
get nobody. Yeah, go get a vasectomy.
No, what the no?
I mean, he eventually wants to have kids.
Here's the thing. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you can
but
still
I
have
was
kids
I
with
was
a
in fucking
vasectomy.
I was like what in my 20s.
Yeah, like, no. Hear me out. A lot of people don't know that if you get a vasectomy can be reversed. You can still have kids even if you get a vasectomy.
I don't want to go through all of that. That's like a lot of there's things down there. I don't want to have things messing with my thing. I'm good, bro. I'll take the chance. I guess I'll flip a coin. I
On a
don't.
piece of latex, or the good faith of the person that you're with. Ensuring that it just can't happen. I'd ensure it can't happen.
I don't think it. We're
No
good.
mistakes
We're good.
can be made.
What's your thoughts, JJ? Huh? Yes,
You mean
no.
on vasectomies or whatever? How to say this, for example. I'm in a unique scenario because I have both of your guys' tastes. So for me, it's like I would kind of like to have kids, I guess. But then again, it's sort of like, well, if I'm keep myself from getting kids, that'd be kind of nice, I guess. I don't know if I want any other little idiots in the world running around doing stupid stuff that
I
have to
don't know.
drop kick.
Well, I'm not worried about my little idiots because the thing is, I'm worried about everybody else's little idiots messing with my little idiot.
Fair.
Going back to that, if we're trying to go back full circle, but that there was nights, back in the barracks days and stuff. It's like, hey, man,
Yeah.
I think I messed. I met. Oh my god, dude. Jeez.
What?
Yeah,
What? Lay your soul bare, friend. Go ahead.
Can I get a confessional? Can we put
Yeah.
put you guys on the side as a confessional? And I'm like,
Dude, I walked
Father,
in
I
with
have sinned.
confessionals.
I think there was one time I messed around with some because I think I was I was definitely a private at the time, and I think I messed around with some like sergeant's wife, and I didn't realize at the time because I'm like, we messed around, and then I tried calling her back or whatever. She never picked up ever again, but she was from the barracks. I just
Well,
and,
then, my son.
and you know what? And I was always saying that I didn't want to be that person. I'm never gonna be that person that does that. And I think I ended up being that person that did that.
Bro,
Well, then, my son.
you were the other girl.
You were the rebound, my dude. It's okay.
It happens.
Hail Marys. I need how many Hail Marys? 100,000?
I think like 20 is fine.
20? Oh, okay.
20 million Hail Marys and a. Sorry? What? Go ahead, Kuma.
I was gonna say 1,000 gives everybody some wiggle room.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What kind of life? Damn it!
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair. We don't judge anybody's recreational activities here, so it's fine.
I think I've slowed down very heavily with my recreational activities.
Oh, nice.
Not just because of COVID, not because of getting married. I don't know. Just kind of gets old after a while, especially when you have a bunch of like meaningless extracurricular activities. Like times where you were just like, I think I only did that because my internet was down or I didn't have something to do today. Like,
Wait, what are we talking about?
extracurricular activities.
One night stands, bro. We're talking about.
okay, okay, all right. I'm like, are we talking about drugs? Are we talking about
No,
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 like?
no, no, no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
you could encompass it, I guess, but we're talking about one night
Yeah,
stand.
yeah, one night stands.
Wow, those are. Let's see how many. There was a dog. Okay, is it called a one night stand if it's like two people? I mean, like
Then I
you
get
mean like
it's
a
you and two
group
other
thing?
people.
Are you still seeing those two other people?
Nah.
That's a one night stand.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. How about this? How about is it considered one night stand if you one of the person was twice and then the friend she was one time.
That's still a one night stand.
One night stand.
Ah.
Like, are you guys like FBWs or anything? Friends with Bennies?
No. It was just a very drunk night or whatever. It was in Alaska. I don't even know these people. So I don't even know where they
One
are
night in
anymore.
Alaska.
Now we need some backstory. Please paint us a picture, Juan.
Oh,
What was
god
that
damn
scenario?
it! Here we go.
I mean, you started, Fred. You started with Hail Mary.
Okay. Are we gonna turn this into a Juan exposed freaking thing? No.
Have
Well,
you
we also
we're gonna
have
get
your story from last week as well of when you got scammed. But we can
yeah.
use this as a segue into that whole segment.
Oh, moist. Lay it on us. Go ahead.
Tender.
All right. So what are we starting? Are we starting with the scam, or are we starting with?
Yeah, we're gonna start with this, like what happened in Alaska. So we call this segment "If Anything Happened in Alaska," and I hit the record button.
Yeah. Once upon a time in Alaska. Let's go.
Wait, have we not been recording?
We've been recording through YouTube, but I was waiting till we got to like the stuff that I'm gonna cut for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're missing a lot of this stuff. Okay. All right.
I still
all right.
have it
So,
on YouTube.
all right. So I'm at this bar, Coots, right? And then I'm
Who?
there dancing. Coots.
Wait.
Coots. Called Coots.
Coots. Okay.
Coots.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Carry
What
on.
is a coop, by the way? I know it's
I
a bar
don't.
name, but
I
is it like a thing?
I think it might be like an owl.
Okay.
I have no clue, dude. I just know that that's where we went to go drink every.
Oh, it's a bird. Word.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay.
Bird is the word.
Bird.
We can get into the bird. I don't think nobody wants to listen to my story.
Dude, stop trying to go off of it, or I'm gonna keep remembering it.
Yeah, because we could talk about
We are talking
Coots.
about Coots.
Bird.
Coots.
That is a bird. Now tell us about the bird you pulled.
Okay. So, it's Boots, a Coots. So I'm there and I'm hanging out with I'm just hanging out with my friends, and then there's these two chicks there, whatever. And then as I always do, I see somebody smile at me, I head over, I say, let's do some shots. What are you guys drinking? Then they introduce me to this thing called snake bites. Snake bites.
Is it not
Yeah,
that absent?
I don't know what the hell it was, but it's this little thing, and it's if you drink like two of them, it's like it feels like you've been bitten by a snake, right? And I literally take like 4 shots of these things because I'm like, whatever. Give me 4, give them 2, blah blah blah. So we hang out, blah blah. I'm dancing, they're dancing, blah blah, and then I think we hung out one time before, and then this time it's me and this Air Force dude that ends up going back to their house, to the one girl's house. And then the Air Force dude sits there and tells me, "Oh, dude, I don't know if I can do this. I got a wife and a kid," and I'm like, "Okay, then fucking leave. I got this." I'm like, I'll take care of this on my own. Don't worry about it. He's like, "No, man, I can't leave you here." And I'm like, you're from the Air Force. Get the hell out of here. I don't give a crap about you. Because I was in the Army. So I was like, I don't give a crap. I don't even know you, dude. I'm like, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. So he then decides to stay or whatever. And, as soon as we get in, I get in. And I was ratchet as fuck, man. I didn't give a crap who was in the room. I pull this chick and I put her right in the corner on her couch. Pull off her fans and just start going to town. You know what I'm saying? In front of them. And then she gets a little embarrassed, or they're like, "Oh my god, right in front of my friends!" And I'm like, "I don't give a crap."
Salad?
I have 4 snake bites. Actually, it might have been like 6 at this point. I'm drunk as hell. I'm just drunk, and I'm just going. I'm like, whatever. So the Air Force guy and the other chick goes to the other room. Then the one girl and me go to the other room, and then I'm doing my thing, whatever, and then they're doing thing. Then I hear a knock on my door, on the door that we're in, and then it's the friend. Then gets her friend and come over, and then I'm like, God damn, what happened? And then the Air Force comes, he's like, yeah, man, I couldn't do it, man. And then she's basically telling her basically the whole story of like, yeah, this guy's not fucking blah blah blah, this and that. So somehow we ended up switching. I don't know how.
Change positions.
Right? So then the other chick comes with me and the other one, and then I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing this. And then not to say though, the one friend was way better than the original one I was with. I was
You got the upgrade. It's like when you and your friends go to brunch and you all order different things, and like you're sitting over jamming on your pancakes and stuff. But your one friend's like, "I don't think I can handle this macaroni and cheese."
Yeah,
and you're like, "Yo, give me that macaroni and cheese," and it's better than your pancakes. That feeling.
Apparently, so she went over to talk to the dude. I don't know if the one was supposed to talk to me, but we ended up just going to town. I ended up just going to town to her, whatever, and we banged it out. But then the other friend then starts crying. The one that I was originally with starts crying and thinking like, you fucked him, whatever. And she's like, oh no, she didn't. No, and I'm like, yo. All I thought in my head is like, yo, this bitch is about to say that I raped her. I'm like, no.
Oh wow, that would have been.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no. I literally just yelled. I'm like, stop. Nah, you went over here and you started sucking on my shit and you started doing this. So don't be pulling that bullshit on me. And she's like, yeah, he's right. And I'm like, thank the fucking God. Because if she got our word,
you can't be up in Alaska,
exactly,
in Puerto Rico, out in Dominican, being all like, nah, you can't rely on people like that.
And there were snow bunnies. All right, just to give you a thing, there were snow bunnies. So
I was gonna get to that question of so how much Molly were they on?
There were snow bunnies. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, I'd go with that. But then it turned out that the other guy, then she goes back to the other guy, and then I bring back, and the friend's like, oh my God, she's crying. I was so scummy. I'm like, oh, don't cry, and I'm holding her, and then as soon as I'm like, I don't know why, and then next thing you know, I just start effing her right there while she's crying.
That sounds like a video I've seen on P-Hub, bro.
She's like crying and like, my friend, I can't believe my friend did it. I'm like, oh, don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Just fuck the pain away.
So then, but I did try to come back. I did hang out with her one more time. The one that was crying, or whatever, and it turned out, I don't know what happened, but she had she ended up coming to my place, and we did, and then she ended up going out. She's like, something happened, like my pussy, it ripped or whatever. I'm like, my bad. I don't know. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. But she stopped fucking with me. But then I try to get them together. I try to get her to come and hang out with her friend again. I was trying so hard because her friend was so much better though. Like, damn.
But you kept getting the second-rate duelist.
What?
You were looking for Yugimoto. You kept getting Joey Wheeler.
Did you just say the rape duelist? No,
I said second-rate.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, you're Seto Kaiba. The one that you wanted was Yami Yugi, but instead you got Joey Wheeler.
Basically,
that's what you did. I don't think I can top that ranch.
No, and that was that. There was my first night in Alaska was crazy because my first night that we got to go out, some what was it? They called them Wookiees, but so the native Eskimos. So the Eskimos, I don't know why my platoon my first sergeant used to call him. He's like, don't go out there and get snagged up by a Wookiee. And I'm like, all right. So I thought that I had to go in there and do work, right? Like I thought I had to go. So it was my first time in Coots. Nah, this chick just gets me tells me, hey, da 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 da, grabs me, gives me a kiss. It's like, yo, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm going with you. And she's like, and she grabs, takes me to her house. We fuck. Then she gets her roommate, which is a dude, to drive me back to barracks. And I'm like thinking, I'm like,
Bro,
is this dude like her boyfriend or some shit? I don't know what the fuck it is. Or some dude who just, and then he just sits there. We're both sitting in the car, just quiet. I'm looking out the window. He's driving. I'm like, the fuck? Do I say something? Do I be like, yo, thanks, bro? Or whatever. And like, I
yo, she
I
got
fucked
her
this.
cup to drive you home.
Yo,
He was like in the other room in the closet, probably like just
probably.
listening. That's creep as fuck.
Yeah, he could have probably done. He probably would have been like, "You fucked her," and shanked me or some shit. But I'm like, all right. But it was crazy because they're the women over there are so more aggressive because there's less women than guys.
Wait, really?
What?
No, actually, no. There's more women than guys. So the
Okay.
women there are more aggressive.
I was like, huh?
Huh?
All right.
No, because it gets crazy. It's cold. It's cold as hell. Yo, in the wintertime when people from other countries come, that was crazy. Because then you would get people from like Sweden and everything, and like
But
all different countries, and they don't speak that much English, but they want to party, and they party.
so were you like just stationed there for a bit, or was
Yeah,
that where you did your training?
I was stationed there for no, I did my training in Fort Knox, Kentucky, and Fort Benning, Georgia.
All
And
right.
then boom, went straight to Alaska.
All right. All right. Is this where you got scammed?
Nah, I got scammed before I joined the army. I got scammed in New York.
What'd you do? Would you buy like some bad Jordans?
No, no, no. I got scammed into being one of those Cupco knives fucking salesmen.
Oof.
Oh.
Where I had to
So
go door to door. I had to go door to door and do sales and this and that. And like the fuck, it's so stupid because you're young and you want money. And it's like the things like earn $15 an hour. Da 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 da. Just come to this meeting. And you come to the meeting and you're like, oh, okay. So basically we're selling knives and this and that. And you get a commission. And it was
but you
such a
didn't get anything.
no, and the thing was, you really didn't get a paycheck unless you sold anything, and I'm like, this is so dumb. I'd rather just do hard labor than try to sell these dumbass knives to people. And the biggest thing was like they had the scissor with the penny, and you had to carry around a like pennies in your thing. So anytime you showed them the scissors, like, look, these scissors can cut through pennies. Imagine what you can do. And I'm like, oh my
What?
god. So and I never got paid. And basically I had to pay to buy these knives so I can show to people.
MLMs were like the biggest scam that I see so many people fall for.
But when you're young, you don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? You just
I mean,
want to make money fast.
yeah, I mean, it's less of that you were young. It's more that you just wanted to make money fast because that's what they really exploit there.
Yep. And I literally I almost fell into another one of those build pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you bring two of your friends, and then they're under you, and I'm like, why does
Wait.
this not sound right to me? Like this doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Eh,
It's like a business. You'll be your own business. You'll be able to work from
exactly.
home.
That's exactly what
Set
they
your
said.
own hours. You'll even be able to have your own employees, and you too can be as great as us if you become a representative for Herbalife. Herbalife will help you find all the things you never thought you needed: essential oils, vitamins, milkshakes, and protein bars. Take them to your favorite barbershop, salon in the hood, or at the bodega. Sit on the subway and bother people about buying protein shakes.
Memories, got flashbacks. I
And a
hated that
2020
shit.
update now with Gook.
You literally had to be there, and like you had to bug your family members and everything, and like, hey, it just buy this, and literally, what was it? I was coaching, and I don't know why people. I think I just have a gullible face, or like I'm super friendly, and people just want to come up to
You
me and be like,
smile
hey,
too much.
I do what?
You smile too much.
I probably do. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I do. Yo, somebody. So this was a couple years ago, and I'm already a seasoned person and all this and that. This dude comes up to me. It's like, "Oh man, I want to talk to you about some business opportunity, whatever." And that's all he tells me. And he's a basketball coach, and I'm a volleyball coach. And he saw me coaching, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah, man. So cool. Can you tell me more about it?" He's like, "No, no, just come to the meeting and this and that." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm like, fine. All I was gonna do was go home and play some video games and shit. Why not? So I'm like, I go and it's at his house, and then we go underneath, and then there's like all these other young kids, and I'm like, okay.
Uh-oh.
And then he puts on this video, and it's about fucking selling products from the whatever website to yeah, if you buy products from here and then you sell them to me, and I'm like, fuck. In my head, I'm like, fuck.
You thought this
I
guy was
just
going to give you a job.
I thought he was doing like some coaching stuff. I thought it was gonna be like coaching and like
Oh.
we're he's gonna go to volleyball. I'm gonna go into volleyball. He's gonna do basketball, and we can like because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for something like that so we can like just coach and do camps and stuff like that. And this motherfucker pulls out the fucking thing about like buying fucking shampoos and shit, and I'm like, oh man, now I gotta sit through this fucking 2 hour bullshit, and he's gonna try so, and then I don't want to fucking like be out at his house with his kids there, his wife and everything. I don't want to be like, this is a fucking scam, kids. Get the fuck out, run. I'm like,
No,
I'm
you
just
should
like,
have watched. You should have did that. You should have broke the
I
system.
should have,
You
but
could have
I
saved
didn't.
all of them. You should have
I
been like,
told I
no,
told those kids,
this is all one scam.
I told those kids like, oh look, it sounds good. If you have the time, then you can do it. I just right now I'm coaching and I don't have the time, so it doesn't work out for me. But I thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, if it sounds good to you kids, because he invited, and plus I'm at his house. I don't know what this motherfucker might try. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the fuck out of there. I'm just trying to get out of there. And he's like, yeah, man. And he's like, and then the last thing he tells me is like, yeah, just come on back for another meeting. I never went back, dude.
Yeah,
I
no.
blocked his phone. I never went back, and I do feel
Hiding
a
from him
little
in like the
sorry. I
cafeteria.
do feel a little sorry because I think they probably got like scammed into it. But I'm like, hey, you're young, you got to learn sometimes.
Okay. So much for trying to like pass knowledge on and protect the wee ones.
Fuck it, I'm not 80 yet. Fuck them. I could have been playing fucking video games.
No.
I could have been watching YouTube videos in my underwear playing video games. And this, I had to put a nice pair of pants on and a fucking nice shirt to go over to this guy's house. They didn't even give us anything to eat, which was fucking ridiculous either. All I got was a cup of water. Bullshit. How do you invite somebody to your house and not even feed them?
I mean, yeah.
I did have to go through McDonald's and then get something to eat at the time too. I'm like, damn, now I gotta go to McDonald's, get some chicken nuggets. Fuck.
Yeah, it feels super weird whenever I go over to someone's house that they invited me over, and then I'm sitting on their couch like, so where's some food? For real?
Is it? That's
For real? You
that's
like
a
I gotta
fucking
have
given.
these snacks
You're
or
supposed
something?
to, right?
Like, yeah. Um, JJ, have you ever
Hey.
been scammed?
No, my mom has though, so it made me very wary of almost everything.
Oh, what happened?
Um,
Speak her truth.
so when was I? When I was a young warthog,
When I was a young warthog.
So my mom kind of believed in almost everything to all that type of stuff. She believed in all that junk, right?
Yeah.
She believed in astrological signs and all that stuff. And she met a lady. I think I was probably like somewhere in middle school. I guess going close to graduation. Who said, "Hey, if you put like a whole pool of money, that money will be basically resourced." She made more or less like made a whole banking system. Like if you just basically gave her the money, she'd be able to redistribute it to the people who needed it, and then it basically be saved up in a safe deposit box for you and stuff like that. If you really need the money, like basically keep you away from your own money. So then, if you need it, you got it. But she was like, "Well, I'm gonna kind of skip town with your money." and
Oof.
devastated my mom, I guess, for a while, since we weren't also that rich either. So it devastated her for a very long time. But she still kept on getting scammed by horoscope, by fortune tellers, by people who read. It was like, when people do cold reads on you and stuff about like,
Yeah.
oh, did you have somebody you lost within the week or something of this month?
God.
And you're like, oh my god, I do. I had like a second uncle who lost his
Ooh.
grandchild, sort of stuff. And then
That reminds me of Miss Cleo scams.
yeah, so basically on those type of vein, that type of vein sort of thing. My mom kept on getting scammed to that type of stuff, so it just kind of made me very, very, very wary of people. So I have not gotten scammed yet.
Cool. Let me share this real quick.
Maybe I've been scammed, maybe I haven't seen it yet. Up till now, no. Maybe the government, I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
Don't you really
the
want?
government is a big scam, but that's another stream and another rant.
You know what's a scam? College. College is a scam.
I don't know about that, but I
I
will
don't-
say that the system that operates the college system in the United States is a scam. So I think higher education is very valuable, but I think
No.
the
It is
system
valuable.
that
I'm
allows
talking
you to
about.
reach it is a scam.
I'm talking about like the large schools. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
charge you so much, and a lot of the stuff you can learn at, like, let's say you go to like a D3 school.
Mhm.
You're learning a lot of the shit that D1 schools. You're just buying the name.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It's a scam. You're buying the name. I went to Princeton. Okay.
To know.
I went
I was wondering who the father
to
of my baby
whatever.
was.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Here's some Miss Cleo for those who do not remember Miss Cleo or did not know who Miss Cleo was.
You really want to know?
Okay, I was wondering who the father of my baby was.
Look at her.
All right, let's take
Miss
a
Cleo
look.
have the answer.
Miss Cleo DNA test.
Call
Solely searching for the father of your baby.
1-800-8637 for your
Oh, it's the
late
one
life
that's very
calls
unpleasant.
today.
Okay. And he's also the one
Irene.
that had another girlfriend while he was sleeping with you.
Are you gonna do?
Yes,
You
he did.
just do
Yeah, that's him. That's
You
the
just
daddy.
do on the stream where they.
Okay.
But you knew
Yo!
that.
I wasn't sure.
Yo! I have my tier comments. I could do a Mr. Cleo stream.
I don't know how the baby
Am
looks
I
just
gonna
like
hit
him.
the trigger? I
Yes,
don't
he
know,
does.
child.
But
It doesn't.
like,
It doesn't look
legit.
good in the cards.
legit, listen to like how she talks to this actual caller and doing cold reads. Like, I don't understand how people didn't get how sus this woman was. I'll play it again real quick for the chat.
No.
Okay, I was wondering who the father of my baby was.
I
All
can't
right,
hear
let's
your
take a
audio,
look.
sadly enough.
The Miss Cleo DNA test.
Why?
I don't know. I can't hear your audio, but that's okay. I guess I could send me the link. I could probably play it on. That's okay.
I hear it. I'm good.
Yeah, like how come you can't hear it? Do you have the source turned on? Like the volume turned on for the source?
Let me see for a second. No, I just have you use a volume. You don't have sources or anything. I don't see it.
Weird. Alright, I'll keep playing it.
Solely searching for the father of your baby.
Oh wait, I think I found it.
Oh, it's the
Oh,
one
yeah.
that's very unpleasant. Okay.
Okay.
And he's also the one that had another girlfriend while he was sleeping with you.
Yes, he did.
Yep, that's him. That's the daddy.
Okay.
But you knew that.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know how the baby looked just like him.
It sounds like a
Yes, he
fucking.
does.
Yeah, so
Maury
you were
episode.
in denial because he has a
Basically.
funny little chin.
This is like
doesn't
what
he?
I say
Yes, he
watching a
does.
Maury
Yeah, and
episode
baby
on the
has that
couch.
same little chin.
Oh my god. Ooh.
The cards can reveal things that you will never see by yourself. Call me now for your free tarot reading.
Call
Oh
1-800
my
980
god,
86.
bro.
And what's
Call them
wild
down for me
is
free terror reading.
what's wild at the bottom. It even
First
says
3 minutes.
entertainment.
What is it called? First 3 minutes of each call is free. Must be 18
For
for
entertainment
entertainment
only.
only. For
Yikes.
entertainment only.
Yeah, so
That's how
many
they got
people
away
fell
with
for
it.
this. So many people fell for this, bro.
Yeah, I know somebody. But it's
It's
almost like the
wild.
same thing with the have you seen the people with like they get the Holy Spirit out of you, the televangelist dudes?
Yeah, I was in. Oh, I went to churches like that, bro.
My,
You got
my
this? You
mom
got
used to send money to Joel Olstein, my guy.
oh, right.
Joel
I'm
Olstein.
derailing what I was gonna say, and I want to talk about this motherfucker, Joel Olstein. This like whiter than white bread. Like totally seems like if there was gonna be an antichrist, it's him. Walks around like this. He's the fakest Mr. Rogers. Like Mr. Rogers. You look at Mr. Rogers and you feel his energy. Like you feel the goodness and the genuineness of Mr. Rogers. But with Joel Olstein, like there's just always been this like ominous feeling that I've had from this dude. My mom would like watch him every single Sunday. She would watch the reruns on like the 700 Club. She would then watch him on Discovery Channel because for some reason Discovery Channel ran Joel Olstein. Um, and like this dude has a mega church in Texas, Houston, Texas, that's like the size of a shopping mall, if not a shopping mall, with stadium style seating for his church performances. And
Mm-hmm.
there was this big hurricane that hit Texas about a year or two ago that caused a lot of major flooding in the area of Houston. So like when part of the reason why churches don't pay taxes and they're considered tax exempt is because they're supposed to be a charity to the community. So you would think with a shopping mall with millions and millions of, if not billions of dollars invested into it, church would open up its doors to allow people who were displaced by the flooding into their place. Nope. Instead, he then goes to Twitter, sends a photo of like the back loading dock door for like 18 wheelers to pull in for supplies. And there's like a little bit of flooding there. And he's like, oh no, there's so much flooding at the church, we can't possibly open. But then the people of Houston started going to the church, taking pictures showing that it was not flooded. It was just a little bit of a puddle at the back door, and the church did not open up to take anyone in. If we're talking about scams, Joel Olstein is a big ass scam, and it's bad because he's super young. Like, all the older guys, they're close to death. Like Robert Pat's son guy, that guy from the 700 Club, they're gonna die soon.
Crishlo Dollar? Crishlo Dollar, I think his name is. Crishlo Dollar. How's his name again?
And then you have people like TD Jakes and all that stuff. Like they're close to the end of the road. But Joel
Yeah.
Olstein has so much of a following as a televangelist. He's not gonna go anywhere for a long time, and that scares me. He's scary.
He's
Yeah,
a
this
youth
place was in Fort Lauderdale. That explains a lot. A Florida scam.
Florida man stories. Let's go.
Florida man stories, man. What was I gonna say about with churches and they have you ever gone to a black church, Juan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you gone to a black church? Like I don't know, like an American. I don't know what black church is for you. What is black church for you, JJ?
Black church is everybody comes up with their best dress clothes on. Everybody looks at everybody who comes with less than dress shoes. Um, you get looked at head to toe if you don't come in. You get looked at if you don't sing along with the songs exactly to the T. If you're mouthing the words, people are gonna talk about you behind your back. And people usually come on Sundays to more or less fornicate and sin the day after. So basically, like every black church.
Yeah, no, that's black church. So
That's
like
black church.
so like you know the moment where that one. Okay, so every black church, like
Uh-huh.
towards either like the choir does like that one really like lit song, the song that you can't sleep through, and you're like, yo, this song is a bop, and you're like kind of bouncing to it. It's either
Yeah.
at that moment or during when it gets close to the benediction and the pastor is doing like the end of the sermon where he's like, you can come to God. Just come to God. Come on. Just come to God. When that part happens, you have like that one woman who is trying to get the attention of another deacon or someone else in the church. So she catches the Holy Ghost and goes on this like running rampage around the church where like the ushers and the deacons have to catch her because she got so much of the Holy Ghost in them. And she just starts talking in tongues like and I'm like, wouldn't Jesus' name also be in tongues? But no one ever questions that. But you
Oh,
always know that
that's actually
moment's gonna
true.
come
Yeah.
because the piano player just starts playing like Super Mario beat all the time. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And then the church choir gets like super lit. Always happens at that time. The pastor starts going, and it's a Jesus. And you gotta go find him. Like, oh my god. Oh, that's my experience at Black Southern Baptist Church. That was a big scam. Oh, and then also the offering goes around not once, but twice. You have the first one for everybody who got there for the beginning of the sermon, and you got a second one that they do where they pass the tray by.
Yeah.
There was a very interesting quote that I found, and I forgot where it was, but it always stuck in my head. And they always say that white people put their money in banks, into the banks. They invest their money into the banks, and black people invest their money into the church.
Yeah,
And see the difference.
huge scam. Big old scam. I'm
And
an ordained
that always
minister,
stuck with me.
guys. I don't know if I ever told you. I am an ordained minister.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I'm that party cleric that ended up getting picked up from the bar that was like super trashed, and you were like, "We need a cleric for this mission. How are we gonna find a cleric?" And then I like fall off of the bar stool, and I'm like, "Cleric!" as I bless like someone's wine.
Just turn it into wine. So like I can do this. You know you want
Like,
this.
hold my beer. Uh, okay, so let's talk about some video game scams. One most important, Marvel Avengers. I think they're starting to I think they're starting to move out of the scam zone for me. It's been a week, 2 weeks. Uh, they announced a bunch of gifts for the community, so I mean, there's a reason to log in. One, you get a bunch of
Nope.
free currency,
Nope.
and and they did fix a lot of parts of the game, like the items will now pull to you. You have a better UI at seeing the other players on the map. I've actually been able to get into matchmaking games with multiples of 4 people.
Well,
They
did you not know that they started putting bots in the game?
yeah, they've been doing that.
Yeah, like bots
Why?
for you to play with.
Oh wow. The player
Yeah,
base is so
they
low?
updated it. Yeah, it's the player base is currently at like 2,000, but it's been going up steadily since they made these announcements. They added a couple of new game modes. They fixed the mission tables. They added a new outpost. They made it so that way you don't have to run around and do like 50 things before playing the game just to get uh, your quest for the day. I think the game's gonna get better, so I'm taking it off of my scam list. I think the game is better, but I also still feel that the game was released way too early. Like they could have pushed this game into like next year.
They should have.
Yeah, I do agree. They honestly should have, because they said that we weren't going to get Kate Bishop or Hawkeye this month like we were supposed to, because now they're going to spend all this time to basically fix the game, which is cool. But this also means like, when do I get another character to play with? Because once I've finished maxing out all these characters, I'm going to be done with this game until they give me something new. But they did announce we're getting more story-driven missions, and Wakanda and Black Panther as the next major update and hero. So, I mean, I'm sure Black Panther, just like in the MCU, will save this game.
Nope, I doubt it. I doubt it. You got to understand with me, first impressions are so important to me with video games. First impressions are so important to me. It takes something that, like, if I drop a game and I come back. Now, if I drop a game and it's fun, but I'm playing other things, I'll come back to that game. But if it's a thing that I drop it because I feel like, yeah, bro, you let me down, it's so hard to get me back. And there's a lot of players like that.
Yeah, Sonic 2000 learned that the hard way. I don't know. I don't play video games as hard as other people. So I think that's why I don't really feel as burnt when I get a bad game as some other people do. Like, I've never been wild about picking up Madden games or NBA 2K games. So, like, I've never been like, yo, they gave me the same damn game again. Or like Call of Duty, yo, they just gave me the same damn game again. But do you? So I would assume that you buy a bunch of games, Juan, or you play.
I used to buy games all the time. I used to buy games and try them all the time until I just kept getting burnt. Getting burnt by games. I kept getting burnt by games, and you know what? Then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy. I was only buying like Maddens and specific games and stuff like that. And then even Madden's burned me out, and I'm like, no, I'm done. This year is one of the first years. Well, not first year, but this is one of the other years. I bought it last year, and in the other couple of years, I got somebody to give me a copy. But like this year was the first year. I was just like one of the years that I'm just like, I'm not buying it this year. It's looks like the same thing as last year. So
I'm not saying it's your fault for buying into the hype, but it sounds like you bought into the hype.
What, with Madden's?
Yeah, like
well, no, it's the only game that you want. And when your friends are playing football and the only game that's for football is this game, you're kind of, I know it was shit, but like I'm forced to because all my friends are playing it. And at the time, that's really the only game that I really was really into.
Yeah, like have you seen the most recent 2K NBA 2K game?
Yeah.
Did you hear about the whole? They put advertisements in your full price game. I was like, how in the fuck are you gonna sell me a game at full price? Change nothing. Time that had advertisements in here. I would have punched somebody. I don't know how that even made it through development. All the devs were like, "Yeah, we're gonna totally program this shit into this game because this makes sense." Ooh. Yeah, no, that was 100% greed right there. I can't fuck with sports games. Huh?
Talking about scams, though, I guess, and talking about games, and you read, well, I think I read it from your timeline actually, about the guy who was like, hey, you know what we should do? Have streamers pay.
Oh man.
Yeah. You want to get into that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't usually people on Twitter. But I had to at him hard. I was like, the fuck you talk about? And then I saw that he was the creative director over at Stadia, a fucking platform that no one even cares about, a platform that did not need that bad attention. He decides to open his damn mouth.
You know what he actually did after that? He removed that he was creative director of it until somebody like screen capped what he was before.
Yeah, it's like you can't hide this shit. We'll find out.
It's the internet.
Google was also quick. Like the CEO of Google was in with the quickness, saying, "Yeah, no, his opinions do not reflect ours." And it's like, he's the fucking creative director of your video game platform. doesn't reflect it. Like that was a huge like who said that? I don't think he really took into perspective anything because it was
No.
just so tone deaf. Saying that streamers do not provide a service of playing a game that they purchased online, like that fucking personality. It's oh man, I just can't. It makes me mad again. It's just like it's kind of like when you do a skill. Let's say you draw art and you draw art and you make money off of art, but then you have that one friend that comes to you and says, "Hey, will you draw this art for me?" And you're all like, "Yeah, I don't mind drawing this art for you. My commission rates are this." And they're like, "It's just art. Why do you need to get paid for it?" That's that energy I got from him, and that's what frustrated me a lot. It was him saying, "You're just playing a game that you didn't create. Why do you
Yeah.
deserve any credit for putting this game out there?" Among Us has been out for years,
2 years.
full
Yep.
years, and was on the track to get a second game made until streamers started gassing that game up. Game wasn't making money. That game was just a game that some developer made for people to have fun. People started having fun. Now the developer is able to just keep working on the one game they made for fun. Like
Yep.
Five Nights for Freddy's, just like a simple fucking game. It's the community that made these games big. And to say that that does not benefit developers was the most tone deaf shit I have ever heard from anybody within the gaming industry that has any kind of power. That guy should not be the creative director over Stadia. That guy should not be working in video games anymore. And that guy, this isn't the first time he's made a totally tone deaf hot take. It was when he was working with Ubisoft Montreal that he made some really bad hot takes as well. I'm gonna pull
Oh, what
those
were
up.
they?
I'm gonna go ahead and pull those up and let someone else take over. Cause yeah, nah, just that guy fucking grinds my gears.
That's hot. Because I think like I kept on reading through some more posts, and it kind of just kept on reflecting a whole lot of people saying, well, technically speaking, you buying the game is not necessarily purchasing the rights because you cannot use it for promotional purposes since you're not registered as an employee at the company. Which I would like to say, fair enough. I guess. I guess. But like saying it in that kind of way, I guess brings over a different approach than saying, "Yo, y'all sheep are playing
It,
our game. You shouldn't like. Why aren't you paying us more to allow you to stream our game? Where's our cut of your revenue?" So like, okay, so the 20 cents or the 21 cents of the game that I'm making of your 20k bucks that you probably invest into the game, maybe extra with marketing, I guess.
But
And it's a hot take. It's a bad take. It's super bad take.
my thing with that is then think about it in a streamer side of it, right? Where then if let's say this was a world where you had to do that. Think of the investment. Only the people that that have money would be able to do that. Us people that like us streamers that don't have like let's say a lot of money or whatever and can invest into putting that would not be able to get. Your everyday little kid would not be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna start streaming and I'm gonna see if I can do something with streaming and blah blah blah. So it would only then you're basically gatekeeping streaming to people who have money.
yeah, and that's not kind of as an earmark for a little bit later. That's what I feel that Twitch is starting to do. But I'm gonna come back to that.
Oh, tinfoil hat time. I'm ready.
I mean, so over COVID, have you guys noticed that the celebrityism on Twitch has curved up a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with like the Doctor Disrespect shenanigans, Shroud coming back, Ninja coming back, the way that the front page is operated, the the way the partner system, like Twitch is starting to go down the road of YouTube, and I think it's because they're going to start implementing a lot of things like YouTube. Like,
Well, they have to.
well, yeah, they have to. But that's not going to work out for the smaller streamers, and that's what concerns me a lot. Like, it's very negative towards the smaller person and very algorithm driven.
Well,
And
in a sense, you're gonna have to. You're gonna if you're a small streamer, you're gonna have to play the game. It's not
yeah,
a
no,
thing
no, no.
where
I'm not saying not play the game. I'm just saying a lot of the moves that they're making are made in a sense of like not getting announcements that DMCA's are coming, or not getting announcements that the way that they're going to just start deleting people's VODs. Not
okay.
like not getting a warning about any of that, and just even like bigger streamers
Well,
finding out in the
this
morning
was
that
your
a majority
warning.
of the stuff going. I get that.
This was your warning.
Some people didn't get the warning to just be able to walk in the door and be able to delete stuff. Some people are sitting on suspension for their VODs and for their clips.
Mm-hmm,
So it's a messy rollout that affects very heavily the lower echelon of Twitch. And all the higher celebrities are on Twitch, I think they're going to make a lot of big things happen. Like T-Pain and Dr. Dre, for example. They're going to end up making a lot of music for this platform where playing top 40 hits won't be a thing. I like that. But at what cost? At what cost? That is it.
Well, with that, okay, going back to the DMCA thing, and I was watching Devin Nash and listening to the thing. The thing is that they're getting hit every single time. The reason why Twitch is now becoming and getting hit by DMCA is because they're now owned by Amazon. Amazon is such a big company. So before, all the scrutiny was on Amazon, and nobody even knew and cared about Twitch because Twitch was so small. But as soon as Amazon purchased it, now they're under scrutiny because they're like, okay, well, Amazon owns it. They have
They
all
have
this money. give us our cut because your platform is using our music. So now they're getting hit. Now Twitch and Amazon are saying, okay, well, we don't want to pay this money, so we're gonna send out this thing, clear out a couple clear out a couple VODs, and say, okay, if you this is what's up, this is what's going on, and you need to either go down and delete your clips, or we will delete them for you, or you're gonna get hit with a DMCA. And let's say you have an hour stream where all you did was played DMCA music, played music that was not allowed, and in that strand you played about, let's say, 15 songs. Let's just say 15. For that one stream, you're gonna get hit 15 times, and if you get hit with 3, you're gonna be deleted. Your channel's gonna get deleted. So that's why since yesterday, I've been scrubbing through all my clips, and now I gotta download them all, put them on YouTube. The best thing that you can do is grab them, put them on YouTube, see which one YouTube says, because YouTube has the best algorithm.
Yeah.
Put them on YouTube, and then see if, like, okay, this is gonna get hit, this is gonna get hit, this is not gonna get hit. So then you know which ones to delete. Or if not, just delete the whole thing and start over.
Yep.
You have your viewers, you have your thing. Just say, hey, from here point out, we're gonna not be playing DMCA music. We're not gonna be playing all this music, but you won't be able to find any of my old stuff. What I might do is just download everything, put it there, and then that's why you gotta have a backup. And I think your backup is grab YouTube, and you gotta be able to play. Because the thing is, these platforms at the end of the day don't care about you.
Yeah,
They care about their business.
Unless you are a partner, like
not even a partner. No, I don't even think. No, I don't even think as a partner.
It's the value of the partner. It's not like no disrespect to Dr. Disrespect, but Dr. Disrespect is never gonna be an XQC, never gonna be a Shroud,
no.
Never gonna be a Ninja as far as like bringing people to this platform.
No.
How intensely fast Twitch ran over to Shroud and Ninja the moment that mixer went down.
Okay,
the moment that it went down, they had them in their car.
Here's my tinfoil on the whole Dr. Disrespect thing. Dr. Disrespect got offered a lot of money from Mixer, and he countered and went to said, "Hey, look, this is what they're offering me to go over there. And you already lost Strout. You already lost this person. You're going to lose the third biggest person, which is me." And then basically say, "Okay, you know what? We don't want to lose the doc. Well, let's pay him this much money." Now, Mixer went down. Those guys got paid their money. They can come back. Now they're like, "Crap. We paid Doc all this money, and we can't get out of this contract. We got to figure out a way to get out of this contract." So there might have been a clause, there might have been something in that contract that they could ban him, get him out of here. Because the thing is, imagine if like your boss said, "Hey, here's your raise," but are they really going to be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to take this raise back, but continue working here"?
Yo.
No. So they straight up banned him and just said, "Get out of here." You know what I'm saying? Because if it would have been something, if he did something bad, Twitch would have came out and said, "Oh, this is what he did.
Yeah, like
It's not on us. This is what he did."
all the things I was thinking of what's like the worst things you could do on Twitch to get kicked off are things that, frankly, the public would have known about. Like if it was like something, like one of the big ones, sexual assault, sexual like prank, racist things on stream, attacking or harassing anyone. Those are all things that we would have known about immediately.
Exactly.
But we still know nothing, bro.
No, because you know why? Because it's in courts. It's still in courts. He's battling it out to try to get his money, and they're still battling to not give him his money.
Bro, I hope he gets his fucking money.
What do you mean it's not his money?
No, I said I hope he gets his fucking money.
Oh, yeah. I hope he gets his money. Yeah.
Bro, people getting the bag of what they are owed.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the thing. Like, imagine I'm wondering how much was the contract. Like, they didn't say how much money. I think it was over. I heard it was over 60 million,
Okay.
but I don't know for how long. But imagine that. Imagine if you're like, "Man, I'm good. I got this 60 mil just sitting here throughout these years. Da 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 da. This and that, and then." You know, I'm the biggest streamer on Twitch, da, da, da. And now to get these other guys back, they had to cut him off so then they can try to get these guys back.
Oh, 100. Hundo. I don't know. I disagree when platforms get really big and they've already picked up their base bag of the whole rat race to get your crumbs.
But that's how YouTube started. YouTube started with it was just all creators. Now that they gotten so big, yeah, they're bringing in all the stars and all this and that, and they're giving them channel. Because remember, before YouTube was big, all these people were poo-pooing YouTube, and people on the creative is like, "Oh, you're a YouTuber, ugh, whatever, blah blah blah." Now it's
people
like, "Oh, hey."
What's that? I said people still like that. No one's hyped.
No,
to make YouTube videos.
No, I don't think so. I think people, in a sense, are still like not like that. I think people in the industry, there's still people that are like that. Yes, but like, okay, let's take it to Quibi, right?
You made me choke on my balls.
Let's take it to Quibi, right? The two people who ran Quibi did not know anything. If I ran Quibi, I would have easily been like, "You know what? Who are the biggest entertainers on YouTube? Who are the biggest entertainer on Twitch and stuff like that?" And be like, "Look, I'm gonna give you this money. You guys create some shows. Bring your fans over." No, what did you do? You gave money to people who these superstars or whatever, and they did so many wrongs. How do you not have an ability to be able to put your Quibi onto your like TV? And how do you not have an ability to be able to make like gifts and stuff like that? I think they made an app supposedly for the Zoomer generation, but they basically didn't give them any fucking tools, like idiots.
Man, I wish I had billions of dollars to make a platform to make 5-minute videos on. They put
Dumbest
dollars into that, man. I can't believe it.
And they literally did not look at the base that actually has been doing that for years, which is YouTubers, and they have a strong base. And they'd be like, "You know what? Hey, YouTube, great. If Quibi would have been the let's say the rival to YouTube, it would have been like YouTube. Here you go. Hey, you YouTuber. Hey, I'll tell you what. We're gonna give you this much to come to this platform for these many years, and bring your base or whatever. And same thing with whatever. And then you start hearing all these big YouTubers like, hey, smaller YouTubers, come over to Quibi. Quibi's gonna be is the next YouTuber because you don't. There's so many YouTubers just waiting for somebody to dethrone YouTube. They're just waiting to dethrone YouTube because YouTube has gotten to a place where it's just like you can't be as creative as it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if America didn't have shitty internet, I think people would be able to stream from their own home servers more. And I think that's ultimately the next step for this for the streaming industry is owning your own server. When you have your own ingest server and solid internet, then you can do whatever the hell you want.
What do you mean, like
Uh,
creating your own platform?
I mean, not just creating your like. Okay, well, not creating your own platform, but your own website for people to go to. Like you can still distribute your
No,
stuff on other platforms as well, but it gives you the ability to be able to make content that you couldn't normally make on these platforms.
I
This
don't
is
think I
happening.
don't.
This is already happening with YouTubers. A lot of the history YouTubers, a lot of the information channel, the news channel YouTubers, the opinions on YouTube. They've
I
been
think they're
teaming up
backing
with
themselves
like,
up.
huh?
I think they're just they. I'm pretty sure they're probably still posting on YouTube, but I think they're
No,
just backing it up. They're
they do,
backing
but
themselves up in case it goes down.
They do, but they're the reason why they've started not abandoning the platform, but moving to where they can release their stuff on a platform that they control is because of the nature of their content. Like YouTube won't let you monetize videos that talk about certain history subjects. If you're a YouTuber that genuinely wants to make history topics and you decide that you want to touch on, let's say, World War II, you could say anything that's sensitive in World War II, you're demonetized.
Yeah.
A lot of science channels, if they start going to weird theories, they get demonetized. So you need to have a platform where you can make money with the content that you're trying to make versus constantly having to conform to the system that you have to work with. That's why having multi platforms is what I believe the ultimate way everyone's going to end up going. Now, affiliate and partner status is the one thing that limits people from being able to do platforms. Um, Multiple platforms in the sense of like Shroud having his own website, but managing a data center just so that thousands, like if to have 20,000 people watching you on your own server, you're still going to have a very good server and a very good upload download speed in order to have anything close to the latency of Twitch. And that's one of the big reasons why we haven't seen anything like that come along. But I guarantee you, Streamlabs is working on it. Like, you already have services like Restream. They have their own ingest servers. Streamlabs currently has their own ingest servers. That way you can record IRL streams, and if your network disconnects, it will just push out video from your own server. Like we're getting to that point, and that's something that I would definitely say. I definitely say keep an eye on for the near future. I see it hitting maybe like a public level, maybe in the next 1 to 3 years. Honestly, but yeah, no, I think like that's the best way to get around it. And like, have you ever seen commercials or advertisements for Curiosity Stream?
Curiosity
think
channel.
so.
No.
So it's a subscription-based service where you get to see a lot of the history content that's uncensored from YouTube. Things like the YouTube channel Legal Eagle. That's on Curiosity Stream now, and he gets to cover topics that he wouldn't be able to cover on YouTube. So I could see something coming out of the woodwork, especially if certain streamers get bigger. That would be not a rival competitor, but a competitor nonetheless. Like I've actually been experimenting with a couple of different streaming services. I even found a gamer category or Pornhub of like It's like Twitch meets Pornhub. You can stream to it, and their latency isn't bad. But if you want an audience, you're still going to have a presence on one of the big sites.
Fair.
Yep.
You know who I put in a request for. You know what streaming what platform is going to try to stream?
Which?
LinkedIn.
I can see that. They can do a lot of corporate stuff.
Yeah, the LinkedIn is trying to start. Like, I went back to LinkedIn, and it's basically have the same like feed thing as like Facebook, but now they have a LinkedIn Live. So that's something just to let you guys know. It's super early on. I think I heard a buddy of mine told me, and that Devin Nash guy was talking to me. He's like, "Yo, might as well give it a try. See what is."
I can't imagine people would game on LinkedIn. I would expect to see more like.
No, I think they don't care in a sense. I think you put in a thing, and then you can either do game or you can do that. But like, think about it. Why not? Why not? They do have a thing that you work. Let's say you're a streamer on Twitch, and it's technically, let's say, your job. You can say, okay, I'm a streamer. I work from here, whatever. And they're trying to get people to go see eyes there. They're not going to just say like, oh, you can do like, if you want to do business stuff, you can do business stuff. But why not? Yeah, get people to just go there and do live. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
So that's another thing where maybe it could be another avenue. It could be a separate avenue where you can get more eyes. You know what I'm saying, to your streams.
Yeah, no, it's definitely expanding out there.
But
nothing on Twitch is promised or guaranteed today.
Nope.
Nothing
And
guaranteed tomorrow.
To tell you the truth, for a little while here, I used to grab my YouTube videos and post them on Pornhub.
Yo, that's the best thing to do. No one sees it coming. You just throw some tags on it. People see it. They go find your YouTube.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I learned that from this guy who used to do football reviews, because he was getting strikes on YouTube, and he's like, fine, then I'm just gonna put it on Pornhub, and then people would go watch his shit on Pornhub.
They ain't going to Canada.
Is that where that's at?
Yeah, Pornhub servers are located in Canada. It's a Canadian-based company, which is wild because Canada has rules on porn, which Pornhub violates. Like in Canada, you can't show anyone getting spanked. You can't leave marks. You can't show any, like, choking, any rough play. Certain angles can't be shown. Yeah, Canada has some crazy porn rules.
That's HBO softcore After Dark stuff. Jesus.
Yeah, basically.
God bless.
Hard, basically. I dated somebody that worked for Playboy for their television department. So what their job was is they had to title all of the pornos for DVRs and stuff. So they would sit there, watch the porno, make all like the tags and everything, and then also watch the porno, make sure that there was nothing that would go against whatever localization it was going to. So like Canada, for example, he would have to sit there, watch the porn, and if the porn had anything where of those things that I mentioned, he would have to send it back to editing, and then editing would have to fix it, or they would just not send it to Canada, because when you send porn to Canada for it to get reviewed to be able to be shown on their television networks, there is a part of the government that exists just to watch porn.
I want that job.
Yeah, man. Your job is to sit there, watch porn, and see if anything sus happens. And if anything sus happens, you send it back to the people who made it, and you tell them to fix this porn, or else it can't be shown there. And it costs well over $2,000 per porno that is sent to Canada.
Jesus Christ.
Yo.
But like, I think you tend to get like desensitized after a while. That it just becomes like a skin flit. It just kind of looks like just flesh slapping against each other. You just become like, oh god.
It's just a bunch of hot dogs flopping around.
Yeah, yeah. It just becomes just like okay.
Oh, they're sexing. You know, one of my favorite like gifs or videos that I've seen this year is of this like this cameraman at this porno shoot. He's holding the camera and he's recording this guy rail the girl. And then there's a guy who's also holding a camera, but he has a donut and he passes it to
I saw that
holds it
one.
up. He holds it up to the cameraman and the cameraman takes a bite and then he passes it to the other guy. I gotta find it. No, I can't show it because it's definitely not going to be safe for work. Actually,
No, yeah, don't show that.
We could probably show it later, but I know exactly the one you mean. And then you see, like midway strokes, he kind of pauses a little bit mid-stroke, and he takes a bite, and he kind of looks longingly at the cameraman, like kind of wink at each other or something. And you see the girl under there, like, what the hell?
She just has like this little
what?
I'm like, this is actually an entire scene for me. I'm like, this is something I could get behind.
Literally, metaphorically, both.
Cameraman, feed me a donut. Let me feed a donut to the guy railing the girl. And we're going to look longingly into one another's eyes while he's still doing it to the girl, and the girl's going to be very confused. I need all of that stuff happen in order to get off. If I don't have some, I'm again. This isn't a very Christian podcast.
No, not.
I mean, we were talking about church earlier.
Yeah, you missed that part. Sadly enough, as we said before, after the Hail Marys, there's gonna be some sinning after. So this is the sin part.
Oh, there's I can show this one actually. There's a studio that makes gay porn of my persuasion that I had never like gotten a DVD of their porn before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had never known that on their DVDs they add bloopers, and they're pretty good. They should be able to look this up. No, can't find GIF. Oh, I found it. It's totally safe for work. Damn it. No, don't take me to the place that I already know it doesn't exist. Open that in a new tab because that's all just gay porn. There we go. Here we go. Sharing screen.
Wait. That
That's
is
me.
not it, right?
It is. It's safe for work. That's all it is. Me when
I do not want to. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
It's literally just a guy eating pizza while he's dancing on his bed, happily eating pizza. Finally found that video and I watched it. I was like, this is hilarious. Pizza guy shows up. They stop filming. They're all still in the room. Comes back in. He's like, I got pizza, but we need to finish the shoot. So then the other guy's like, nah, I want that pizza right now. So he gets his pizza and gets it too. And they finish the shoot. Iconic.
All right. Do you guys want to talk about the incoming invasion?
Invasion?
Oh, Link Joker.
Nah, I'm over Vanguard.
Damn, all right.
Vanguard is a scam. We're still talking about scams, so I mean, like, if we're going to talk about a scam, let me tell you the scam of Hard Fight Vanguard. For 10 years, this game has been released internationally. For 10 years, this game has been released internationally and has not released simultaneously. For 10 years, this game has released. There has never been a balance to this game or a rhyme and reason to how cards are developed. For 10 years, we deal with repeatedly hitting radio silence and then grabbing at every single straw that we can in order to make sense of what's coming next. And I say, I am off this train and I'm done with the scam. I'll play Card Fight Vanguard and look at the cards and stuff, but like, the amount of hype level that I can make or muster for anything coming out in this game, knowing damn well that they will find a way to ship an entire set and not proofread their cards. I'm just not going to be a part of it. There's other games that I could be excited for, like Gate Ruler, which I am here to preach the gospel of Gate Ruler. But, yeah, Card Fight Vanguard is a scam. Can't change my mind. It is a scam. It's a fun scam, but it is a scam.
I'm just looking at it, and I was just looking at they just kept it the same, huh?
What? The game?
The Link Jokers. They didn't change it from real life. They didn't change it from like what they do in real life. They just kept it the
They
same.
changed it. They changed it.
What
The
was
developer said, the developer said, I think in a tweet or a post, I think official Twitter, is that the developer said they wanted to kind of limit the amount of front row lock. So the only
Yeah.
units now that we have that have guaranteed front lock is Infinite Zero Dragon and the starter, which is both of them right now.
But that's exactly how it was in the regular game. We didn't get better front row lock until Chaos Breaker.
Correct.
Because then you could choose.
Yeah, exactly. And they said they wanted to focus more on back row lock this time.
Yeah, which is shit. But it is. It's total shit. Like, here's the thing. Link Joker was played until we got Chaos Breaker as you go into your Infinite Dragon Zero, then you keep riding it. That way you could ensure that the front row was locked. And then if you had to, you go into Nebula Lord, you lock a back row unit, and then you use one counterblast to pop your starter, and then you lock a front row unit. That way you could always have at least only 2 attacks coming at your face. When Chaos Breaker came along, then it was more easy to get a triangle lock off on your opponent multiple times in the game. Because in the current state of the game, you would only be able to get a triangle lock off if you did the following. You rode Infinite Dragon on top of Infinite Dragon, you locked the front row, you locked the back row, and then you used one counterblast to use your starter. Well, in the current state of Vanguard, that starter ain't going to be around very long because Narukami's going to tell it to get the fuck out of here.
Yup.
And then the only other way that you can get a triangle lock is... the only way you get a triangle lock actually in the current meta with the cards they'll be releasing will be Infinite Dragon, Break Ride, plus the starter. And outside of that, you won't get a triangle lock until Chaos Breaker.
Yep. So here's my hope that Chaos Breaker will also not be too aggressive, but we'll see. Infinite Zero did get a nerf though, because his lock is now CB1 instead of Break Ride costless.
That's how they balanced it. That sucks. That means that you can't win from a triangle lock in the game because you have to take 1 damage, and if their opponent can swing on a crit or restand, which would be the meta against triangle lock.
Yep, which has been the meta in the TCG as well.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Oh, I'm not even going to come back to 0. When I restarted my computer, BlueStacks did not save any of my data, so I can't log back into my original account for 0.
Did you have like a link to your Twitter or anything?
I thought I did. I could have sworn I did, but it doesn't remember that I did. So I was like, I guess I talked so much shit that they killed my account.
Jesus.
Wait, are you guys excited for Link Joker coming out in
I
Zero?
don't like Link Jokers. I never liked Link Jokers, so
I used to play Chaos Breaker, I guess, and I used to play Nebula Lord and stuff like that, I guess. So I am kind of excited for, but more in the sense of like I kind of like the aesthetic of it. But then I remembered how much friends I almost lost because of Link Joker, unironically. No, not joke, not joke, dude.
Yeah,
Nobody
straight up.
really like straight up. Nobody really liked playing against the deck or anything like that. So I kind of needed to keep on playing Kagura.
You gotta have a second deck that you can play in case nobody wants to play with you while you have Link Joker.
But yeah, that's basically it.
He goes into a serious tournament. Link Jokers friend tournament. Let me put this away. Kagura.
No, it was pretty bad. Then I even to like most of the decks for some odd reason I don't know what it is. Sort of like end up being like the best decks of the format. Like with Messiahs, I loved the aesthetic of Messiahs, and I still do. I still own the deck. It's table with Gears. I love the whole aesthetic of time travel. I'm obsessed with it. I mean, come on, it's JoJo, so like half of the
Is that
half
a JoJo reference?
exactly half of the series deals with time and space, so I just liked it.
What about the cards that are coming out in the TCG? That gives me a
Oh,
segue into a gate. So I got some juicy beats.
I haven't been paying attention to TCG in a while, so I am gonna be nice and quiet in this one.
Oh, really?
Just tell me the abilities and then tell me
why
if it's
haven't-
broken or not.
Well, I mean, nothing's out that really matters right now. It's more of like the announcements that they've made for the TCG.
If it ain't Kagura, then I don't care because that's the only deck that I have right now. I literally sold everything and got rid of everything except for just my Kagura standard deck.
Well, Dauntless is returning, so
yes.
I guess you can be hype about that. So, this Tuesday on October the 20th, 2020,
Mhm.
Bushiroad announced two new sets. Two new sets that will release during the same time as their brand new series in possible new standard format. These two sets are, what are they called? Clan packs? They're extra boosters. What is that? What'd you send me?
Oh, keep talking. I was just putting it on there for
Oh.
I was like, what? Calibration setting?
scams.
Oh dear God!
What is that? Okay, now I gotta
What
see.
is?
Intensity and your water on your channels levels.
Celebration target donations for the first time. Previously, celebrations were attached.
What does that mean?
The split is 50-50. That's awful.
What does this
Yep.
mean?
You
That
take
means-
half. They take half of everything anyway.
Yep. So
Oh no!
Oh dear God! What?
Remember what I said earlier?
scams.
Do you remember what I said earlier? The decisions that they've been making?
But why?
Let's go tell us the horn real quick on OnlyFans.
I
Vanguard for a moment. So is a service is a platform that you can stream. You can share photos and you can share other content to supporters that pay a subscription to see it. So similar to Patreon. However, it allows sex workers in the sex industry to be able to safely distribute their own content without having a middleman. This is perfect for amateur sex workers or porn stars that pick up gigs every now and then. Not people who are on children's TV shows that other people are obsessed with seeing half naked or naked. This is where Bella Thorne comes in. Bella Thorne makes an OnlyFans, and Bella Thorne makes this OnlyFans obscenely expensive and is also partnered with OnlyFans. She ends up making millions of dollars from subscriptions and doesn't put out. She doesn't have to, but the fact is, she is a major celebrity, came onto the platform, made so much money that OnlyFans has to pay out now, even if she shuts down her account, millions of dollars. All that money is going to come from the platform. All that money is going to come from the little people. The percentage that OnlyFans plans on taking from the little from people who make content now has changed. That's what I see happening to Twitch, and that is it right there. That shit right there. That's what I was worried about.
Jesus Christ. So for any of you, there is a Twitter giving us information about a Twitch feature test that they want to be running. Twitch is running a new test with celebrations targeting donations for the first time. Previously, celebrations were attached to bits and subs that they always take 50-50 of, and they're going to keep on taking 50-50 of it. And then there's more information about tests and a hyperlink, and it's part of Twitch news, and we get an overview of enabling celebrations or deactivating celebrations. So if you want to get donations or don't want to get donations or get subs or not. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to get any subs or donations, even if you're still doing it for fun. Being able to make a bit of pocket change on the side and being able on the side and being able to support your community is very important. But the fact that they're setting it up like this to more or less milk consumers or milk people who are you're doing this for fun, it's actually pretty disgusting. But you know what? Haha, Twitch. Just Bowser's. Just
It's time to take your Cash App and put it at the bottom of the screen.
yeah, that's basically what it is.
That's all I just learned today is I'm going to have my Cash App on every single stream. Please do not donate to me through Twitch. Venmo or Cash App me.
Yeah, PayPal me directly. Though not. I don't.
Yeah. Go ahead and yeah.
So yeah, fuck all that noise.
That is very interesting.
How's that feel on your end, Juan? Because I actually have to take a huge seat back because I don't make no money. I don't take donations or anything on here.
I don't get donations. I get
subscriptions. Okay.
Yeah, I get subs and stuff like that, and bits, but not donations. I think the most I got was Alana hooked me up one time for my birthday. She hooked me with a hundo. That was nice. It was awesome.
Nice.
That's nice.
But
do you still see her, by the way?
Oh yeah. I talk to her all the time. She just posted a awesome thing on Twitter where we chatted up about speaking of OnlyFans, you know.
Yeah,
not Alana's. No. Let me not say anything. Not Alana's OnlyFans. She posted Amarav. Because I guess that Amarav chick, she doesn't even stream anymore. She does his posts on OnlyFans. And just makes bank.
I mean, hey, everyone's got their niche.
Man,
I
should make a Mangoes OnlyFans where I just show mangoes.
You never know. Like you can honestly make an OnlyFans for anything. Like you don't have to make nudes and stuff. Some people just want to have a bigger window.
That's what it's known for. I
mean, yeah, you don't have to.
Or mango feets.
Show your feet. OnlyFans.
The weekly Chomp feet edition.
Ew.
They open up like, ooh, whose feet are we gonna see today? Oh, JJ.
Hey.
Nah, you don't want to see these crusty. Do not.
JJ, you are X number of years old. How do you not just take care of your feet? When was the last time you got a mini petty? Answer the question, JJ.
I do not have an answer for it.
He does not answer.
You need to treat yourself to a mani petty and then start taking care of your toes and your hands, and it will feel so good. You gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Why haven't you done it? Like, seriously. Have you never? Juan, you've done it before, right?
Mani petty, yeah.
Yeah, it'll lit.
I thought it was dumb at first, but man,
I see JJ
yeah.
talking, but I don't hear JJ talking.
No. I was like,
Oh.
I just don't. I have never tried it. I've been thinking about it recently because I have been watching my feed, kind of,
Yep.
turn to the wayside a little bit every now and again. So it's kind of like, I'll consider it. Yeah, I'll consider it.
Yeah, you gotta.
Not now.
I mean, oh yeah, you can't go do it now. But
Yeah,
the moment you can,
Nah,
You gotta
live
get
stream,
the
baby.
Betty
Let's
Petty.
do it. We'll do it right now. Everybody, let's go.
yeah, it's
Make
COVID,
your
bro.
account, live stream it.
Can't have someone that close to your toes.
We're gonna live stream it. All right, you go where you go. We'll all schedule it.
Oh,
Everybody,
shit.
be ready. Collab live stream. Getting our toes done.
We'll just set the camera up and we'll just be talking at different nail salons.
Mm-hmm.
What color you gonna get? Black. Word. Me too. Because we're men.
What? I get clear. I don't get black.
You
I
get
get clear.
Oh, okay. Glossy. Glossy, glossy, twinkle, twinkle.
Hey, well, it's clear.
Yeah, glossy.
Okay, don't call it glossy. It's clear.
Okay, so clear is more manly than glossy.
Yes.
Right.
JJ, agree with me.
I'm not gonna. Bro, I'm sorry.
Clear, clear is manly.
bro. You mean the glossy?
Glossy is not. No. Clear is manlier than glossy. That's what I'm saying, JJ.
Clear doesn't display emotion. Glossy makes it seem like he's happy all the time. Men aren't
Yes.
happy. That sounds like something I'd see on like Black Dispo Twitter. Be all like, fellas, is it gay if you get glossy? That does actually sound pretty gay when you say it like that. Let's go glossy.
God damn it. It's clear. It's clear, damn it. I'm at the salon.
Look, if you were just like
it's clear.
If you were just like every other dude that had to go get his nails done with his girlfriend or other half, you get black nail polish. It looks metal as fuck. If anyone sees your fingernails as black, they're like, yo, nice nails. And you're like, thanks. And it hides any dirt that's under your nails because you're still a guy.
Let's see. Damn, I had something. I had something. Now I lost it.
It's the glossiness.
No. God damn it. All right. Okay. So I think I'm good for today. I think we're good here. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Anything else? Anything else?
We covered everything. I said that card fight was a scam, and we didn't talk about any of the upcoming cards. But there's not really much to talk about with it.
The upcoming card game. You probably could talk next week.
Digimon?
Well, Digimon is coming out. That's going to take a big market share.
Well, we can talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Then we also have Gate Ruler. I'm still working. I'll send you guys a draft of my Western rules for Card Fight West style. I don't know. That's what I'm going to call it so far. Tentative name.
Tentative.
Making a new game mode that just makes the game better with the cards that we have. It will have its own ban list or restriction lists, and we'll have a couple of different mechanics that utilizes all the cards and a few rule changes as well. But I'm going to need... Huh?
No, I was gonna say a friend of mine did that. I am Vanguard. He made a like he got a whole bunch of. He did it with Standard. He got a whole bunch of the cards, and he would put in a whole bunch of cards, and then you would do a draft, right?
Okay.
That was so much fun that you did a draft, and then when you rode, you got whatever. If you rode a force or yellow one.
Axel.
I forgot.
No, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, Excel or like Protect, you would get whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
But you would have other abilities that you could use. So he would always like go through. It's like, okay, this you can't use because you have to use with another card. But he would go through like, okay, this you can use because you can counterblast just and use the ability while you're. So I found that fun. So I think that what you're talking about is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. So a quick preview on it. I'm gonna have it. I have it working on a 5-color system, uh, as per our conversation on the last podcast.
Mhm.
Reducing the game to a 5-color system is probably the best way to balance it out, because
Mhm.
you have all the base game mechanics in each one, and also each nation having at least one very unique element to it that none of the other nations have. So we'll
Cool.
have that. I did change up the deck construction, and I did change up the way that damage is done, and I did change up uh, first turn order of what happens. So we'll see if that balances out the game. I'll send you guys a draft of it later on this weekend. I'm going to play it out this weekend with a couple of friends and see how it plays and make some adjustments to it before revealing it to the world. Yeah. Um, but give me a moment. I'll change your life about some cards called Gate Ruler. So Gate Ruler is a new game that is coming out. That you guys see my screen?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
All right. So Gate Ruler is a new game that is coming out that is created by the creator of Future Card Buddy Fight, and has a lot of the artists from Card Fight Vanguard and also Buddy Fight. So I'm only going to dump some art on you today because I feel that I will need to make a full video to explain the game because a lot of the information's out all over the place. But cards like this,
Does it play like Buddy Fight?
yes, and so
Mm.
it plays like Buddy Fight, Card Fight, Yu-Gi-Oh, and MCG.
Okay.
Take that as you will, but it has elements from each of those games within it. And when I say each of those games, there's a grade system, there's a damage system, there's a resource system, there's a counterplay system, there's trap cards, there's special summons. Each deck with a ruler plays different, and it works on a 5-nation system. So,
Okay.
okay. So, some of these cards that we have that we're looking at right now come from the 5 different clans or 5 different nations, and this would probably actually be the easiest way. English info dump. It's a lore summary. Gate Ruler is set in the near future where our world has been attacked by an extra-dimensional enemy known as the X-Vaders. Though this initial invasion was driven back, it was clear they would soon return in force. Fortunately for us, we are not alone in our stand against this threat. Various nations have set aside their differences to form grand coalitions. These are being aided by supernatural beings of myth and legend who have suddenly reemerged into our everyday reality. Visitors from our universe, such as Volnar and Wonderverse, have come to our help. And these forces help us prepare for the inevitable onslaught of the X-Vaders' full might. The key factor in these conflicts are gate rulers, individuals with the power to materialize physical copies of warriors, weapons, and phenomenon from thin air using special cards. These abilities to manipulate dimensions and space-time are critical in stopping the X-Vaders. You will play as one of such gate rulers, preparing for the coming conflict through mock battles with other gate rulers. The factions that you can call upon are the Atlantic Alliance Sentinels, an alliance between major Western powers and the Ark, a giant extra-dimensional craft constructed from a dislodged continent. The Ark is crewed by refugees of other universes that were destroyed by the X-Vaders. The primary strength of the Atlas forces lie in their incredible firepower provided by the state-of-the-art military arsenal. Supporting Atlas is the OWL, Old World League, a coalition of supernatural beings of Western traditions such as vampires, werewolves, as many prey upon humans. The extinction of humanity by the hands of invaders is against their own interests. I like that. Basically, Dracula and all of the other villains got together and they were like, yeah, if humans die, we don't have a food source, so we need to protect this planet as well. That's pretty cool. Among the crew of the Ark is the Zoo Force, a group of animal-like humanoids that have extensively upgraded their bodies through cybernetic enhancements. Led by their fearless leader, Helkong, they seek nothing else other than to avenge the ruination of their homeworld. The Yomanjin Front, a coalition between various East Asian countries such as China and Japan, along with their supernatural ability allies such as the yokai. Their military technology is just as advanced as Atlas, but there are a lot more experimental weapons that extensively incorporate magic. The reemergence of yokai, supernatural entities of Asian tradition, caught many governments by surprise, but Japan was able to adjust quickly, granting them full citizenship. Many of them returned the favor by offering to join the fight against the invaders. Tokyo is where the initial invasion by invaders occurred, marked by a giant sword that appeared from nowhere and lodged itself into the middle of the city. Even after the initial attack, the area is plagued by frequent exvader raids slipping through the smaller dimensional breaches. However, fighting these incursions have allowed the Yamajin front to test their new weaponry in combat and accelerate their research. Then we have like some other ones. You guys want to hear them? I can share you guys with this. This Gate Realize. So then we have the Volnar, a universe straight out of traditional fantasy, populated by familiar races and creatures such as dragons. Wars here are fought by swords and magic, the latter of which can surprise the power of our latest technology. Some of the most powerful entities in Volnar are the 5 Dragon Lord Patriarchs, godlike dragons of unrivaled might. Magnus Dragon Lord Patriarch of Inferno is one of their number. They are opposed by the equally powerful 4 Fell Dragon Quadrarchs, one of which is Vasturus Rex, is working with scrupulous individuals on our Earth to gain further power. Then you have Wonderverse. This clan, when I looked at it, nation, when I looked at it, is basically Nova Grapplers and Dimension Police rolled into one, but with a space dandy kind of art style. It's a universe that resembles the sci-fi future imagined in our past, populated by intrepid explorers and strange aliens. The laws of physics here are quite malleable, allowing people to travel light years in a matter of months just because they believe they can. Most aliens here are friendly, but not all of them are well behaved. The criminal syndicate Crime Nuts, led by their Don Malivius Bus Prime. I don't like that name. Are constantly scheming to take over the universe through petty criminal acts. One of their goals is to find one of the great relics of outer space, the Holy Grail. However, they find themselves repeatedly foiled by its protector, the mysterious Space King Arthur. They threw royal paladins into space. They were like, fuck these guys. They're space guys now. And lastly, we have the villains, which are the Exvaders, abbreviation of the extra-dimensional invaders. Not much is known about them currently, except they go all around devastating entire universes. Earth has sent multiple diplomatic missions to them to establish some kind of communication, but each one has been ruthlessly massacred. Their next target is our own universe, and the only thing that can stop them are the Gate Rulers and their allies. It's colorful, dude. Like, I see a lot of the elements that they took from Buddy Fight with their worlds, and also how they have the entire mythos of Buddy Fight set up. It's not something that's, we're Earth and Earth go hard. It's more of this is reality, and reality goes hard, bringing in a bunch of different universes that are fighting the fight against a common enemy. I like that in my stories. The card sizes are going to be standard size, so they're going to be the same size as Magic the Gathering, and it's going to have a simultaneous release worldwide. And this is some of the art, which is one of the big things that like pulled me well into it. Some of my favorite pieces have been, of course, the mecha animals, and then the dragons are all OP, and then best waifu, dimensional robo, and then one of the Wonderverse. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is one of the mecha animals. Detail on this art is very, very reminiscent of a lot of the card fight art, and some of the buddy fight art too, in their better sets.
I think it kind of gives me more of a Dragonborn feel, kind of.
Mhm.
I get that, so I'm going to go directly over to the reason why I was like, wow, this.
Oh wow, what the hell?
This isn't the same game. This is Wonderverse. Remember how they said that it was something very reminiscent of like early era sci-fi? This is very like pop sci-fi style, and all the cards are like this style. I love it.
Thick.
Yeah. Oh, she has her own card. I'll pull it up. Then you have these, like I said, it has dimensional robos in it.
Of course, you gotta have the robos in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't not. You got waifu tax. We're just gonna go to the most important part of this card.
There you go. Yep.
I believe we have found the waifu tax. If she is a ruler, I guarantee her alternate arts are going to be highly sought after.
Or they're like, all right, we need something for the weebs. We need something for the weebs to get crazy at. They have Bermudas in here. What are we? Witches.
Yo.
Let's get witches.
Yo, so you say that, but legit, that's the game plan for this card game. The creator has come out and said that he's making this card game for otaku. He's making this game for the people who played Buddy Fight and were not children. The people who played Card Fight and Yu-Gi-Oh! And are not children. So, like, it's one of the other reasons why I'm super excited, because just all this card art really shows that this is not a kid. It's not meant to be for kids. It's not meant to have like an anime and sell like toys behind it. It's meant to be a card game that is collected and played. The creator has even gone on to imply that they intend on making the rarities of certain card arts unique so that there is an inherent card value to the game, and have also pledged to not make crappy cards for no reason. Also, look at this fucking art. This is a wallpaper on my phone.
So the cards that are good are just
looks
gonna
good.
have its own art, or that's basically what they're saying. And cards that are not good are not gonna have art, or that's
No.
just gonna be text or something. Or
Basically, what they said was there is no intention to make cards for the sake of a card just existing. So all cards will have a purpose. Whether in its own deck, its own combo. Like, if you've played Buddy Fight at the end of Buddy Fight and you saw the last set that they released, they essentially made it so that everyone had a nuke in Buddy Fight. So, like, since it's now a game that's over, they made sure that each deck had something that was dangerous about it. So that way the meta for a dead game would always be very colorful and very broad. And that's what you have with Buddy Fight now. They're planning on doing that, walking into the door with this game. So what ends up changing up the meta more in the play of the game would be your ruler. So like a flag in Buddy Fight. But like in Card Fight, your ruler levels up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm really obsessed with this game. Like, just looking at this art for months has been getting me incredibly hype. As I see more of the card effects come out, I'm starting to see everything that they're pulling from other games and some of the combos that they're making. They've pledged that it wouldn't take multiple sets for the game to start getting like, yo, it's lit. They're like, after set 2, expect the game to get spicy. So don't get like it's an interesting way to say like basically they said they want to use the first set and the trial decks to get people into the game and use the second set to complement that and walk the players into where the game will ultimately be. So unlike with like Vanguard where it doesn't find its wings for multiple sets, this game plans on having its wings by set 3. Which is a lot. It's a lot to come from any kind of game developer. Especially when you're planning on releasing a game for like multiple years. This one's freaking sick.
Oh,
No.
that's something I probably play. Holy crap, that card looks sick.
Yo, right? It's called Schrodinger's cat.
Bro, I literally thought that was like he was wearing a suit and that looked like a tie in the middle.
But then the cubes on the end of it and the dual eyes, it was basically, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That has to be.
I love these arts.
Holy.
Here's another art for a spell card. Let's see if I can pull up some more. No, that's all the Wonderverse ones that I have. Here we go.
This all looks like just DeviantArt stuff. Just like.
Oops. I don't know. I've never seen art like this on DeviantArt. But then again, I haven't been on DeviantArt since I was like in college. This reminds me of a Xeroth dragon, frankly. Astro Vortex! So the board looks like this.
Yeah, show me the board. I want to see if it looks.
And I'll let you know from it, don't don't get scared.
Don't get scared.
Even the creator of the game said, "Don't get scared by the board. The board is it's more of a guideline." Where the hell did it go? What? Stay coming soon on ambassador program. Oh yeah, the ambassador program's out, guys. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You want to be on the next? Yeah. If you want to be on the next hot game that has a lot of money pushing for its PR.
Everybody's on that Digimon hype right now.
Yeah, no, Digimon's also going to be super hype.
Yeah, send me.
Send a link.
Looking for.
Is that it?
That's not what I want. That's just a close up of it. Magic Zone avatar card.
Be quiet.
Is it on the read more part there?
I'm checking that part now. Nope. Archive. Articles. This is the English site. They haven't put that together fully yet. But they've been very good at making sure that all of the information is released simultaneously. Information, trial deck, tournament support information, release date announcement. It was actually supposed to come out in October.
Oh.
But COVID. Yeah. Instead, they've been working on making a digital format of the game. Just saying that right now. I know it took a moment to tell you guys that, but they have a digital format of this game that they're pushing out at the same time. So yeah, again, 2 years it took Bushiroad to get any shit together to have 0. And to even like start releasing stuff at least a month behind. This game's walking in the door knowing for a fact that the West will not keep dealing with what Bushiroad is handing them, and they're trying to go directly for that crowd. They're here to poach. Which brings back to why did Bushiroad announce those extra sets the other? I cannot find this board to save my fucking life, man.
Oh, is that it?
It's kind of it, but it's not it. That's the digital version of it with VTubers playing the game.
Jeez.
It's not going to be on that tabletop, is it? Please don't.
I hope not. I don't think so, though.
Hey, not knocking anybody who uses tabletop. I'm not a fan.
It just needs to not be shit. Oh, okay. It gave me activate gate rulers.
Wah wah. Too early. We're too early.
Card game.
We're too early, dude. We're too early.
Bring me cards. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, is that not it there?
This is
Nope.
what the base looks like, but it's not pulling it up for me at all now.
All right.
But, I'll find it. I'll shoot it over to you guys. Probably find a
Sounds
YouTube
good.
video on it.
You know what?
But that's
I
everything
think-
for it.
I think we should also do it. How is your thing black?
Why is it black?
How you-
night mode, my guy.
Wait,
Me?
how is it night mode?
You can set it to
Oh,
night
from
mode.
YouTube? Because you can.
Yeah.
How?
You could go to your profile picture. Night
Yeah.
mode.
Right here.
Appearance and theme. There you go. Your life has been.
Oh my god! Things have changed!
There you go. Here's the game mode.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that is.
Chill. This is only to show you areas. This is not where all your cards will always be. Because again, your ruler will change what your board state is going to look like. So here's the most important parts. Over here is your damage. The only reason why it's in 2 columns is to show you how much damage you can take. It's not saying that you're going to have 2 separate damage zones. Back here, these cards are where you're going to have all your set cards that are on the board. Right here are all of your set spells. They're played like crap cards. And then you have your ruler here, and then you have, just like in Buddy Fight, your other columns. And then deck and drop. And then over here is where you do your drives. So yeah. Don't get disillusioned by how big it looks. It's not that big. It's just showing you how many zones you actually have to work with for the current state of the game. And they've also said that this only represents the cards that we are aware of now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I highly there's a lot of content of it on YouTube because they've been going after they've been getting a majority of VTubers to show off the game, but they're now moving on getting more Western streamers to show off the game as well too. So
What's
yeah,
up? What do I need to sign up?
well, I'm gonna send you I'm gonna give you the website. Then you go to this website, you can learn all about it as well.
I'm trying to play some VTubers.
Yo, you need to make a VTuber avatar. I got you. I know a guy.
A mango VTuber.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
So yeah, that's their English website. So
Right,
far,
right,
from
right,
what I've
right.
understood, they're pretty quick at getting back to people. They even have the Discord and Facebook stuff.
Do I need to join on Discord for me to?
I mean, I don't know
them to
that.
give me cards.
I don't know that much yet, but I assume so. Yeah, like for any kind of.
Yo, I'm not as big as JJ, but you know, I'm.
I'll convert all of my stuff to Gate Ruler and abandon Card Fight.
Okay, wow. Let's
Juan makes
calm
that
down.
joke, but Juan is actually bigger than me.
No,
Even though
no,
he makes that joke. He
No.
makes that joke, but Juan, you're bigger than him. But that's
nah,
all.
no way, sir. No
Me
way.
over here being a shadow streamer.
In the shadow realm. Go to YouTube, right? Go to your room. Go to YouTube.
Look, I'll
Your
be
bed.
back on Twitch tomorrow, and I'm gonna be all like, "Can't tell me what to do," and then they'll like find some kind of way to DMCA me, and I'm gonna be like, "You know what? Fuck this. Fuck all
First thing he's
this."
gonna come back, he's gonna play. Welcome back. DMCA, you're blocked. What?
Hi there. Oh, all right. So let's wrap up this stream with
Sir.
predictions. You can predict for Card Fight, you can predict for other games, but let's keep it in the video game realm because it's a lot safer.
I'm gonna predict. I'm gonna predict for Twitch. I think there's gonna be a lot of B. We already saw it with this thing. There's just gonna be a lot more BS, and people are gonna probably start rethinking on where they're gonna be streaming at.
Yep. I definitely agree.
Same. Hard agree.
Unless you're one of like the big streamers, like you might need to start looking elsewhere, or at least starting to plant the seeds in other places. I'm waiting for that Pornhub streaming live. You know what I'm saying? I want to go
They
there.
already have that.
There's a lot of users there. You know what I'm saying? And let's go. I'm ready.
Just start streaming on Pornhub.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, get an Among Us stream with like just porn.
Oh,
Porn star.
yo! Among Us with porn stars. Yes.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Oh, JJ, what's your prediction?
My prediction is that
That what?
that the global player base might kick the bucket. That we might not last that long if the marketing practices that Bushi has been doing the last couple of years, the nostalgia reboots. I am optimistic about Overdress, but if they keep on the same going, not talking about the production line, not talking about production release, nothing in terms of information at all, because they want to be like, we're secretive. We want to keep this from you because we're cool. That doesn't really play for a lot of us as Western consumers, because if you don't have an indication of where our money is going or what product we're probably purchasing, you're going to lose a lot of heat off of your product.
Yeah.
Turn cold.
Totes
It's going
agree.
to turn hella cold.
Totes agree. Like the fact that we haven't had any major tournaments this year for promo distribution or for people to be able to play all these cards that they've gotten in the West, it really takes away the value of playing this game.
Yeah, I legitimately ordered my last month, and I do not think I'll be purchasing the product. Not for premium, not for standard, not for anything really.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I 100%. Like, I wasn't lying when I said that I was going to make a bunch of high resolution, high quality fake cards. I'm working on it. I don't plan on buying these upcoming sets. If I get any of those cards, they will be like 2 months after release. That way, they're at their lowest value.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's just to be collector's purposes. Because I mean, my most collector item would be Great Nature. Like I like the cards genuinely, so I'm gonna collect them at some point. But I'm not gonna pick them up when they release.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess I'll throw my prediction in there with JJ. I'm over here hyping up Gate Ruler, but Digimon also releases. Like when we go into this, I don't know if you guys go to IPB 5 to check what's going on with the card status and market, but Card Fight usually Bushiroad games tend to sit in the top 10 of games released in the US. Sometimes Card Fight Vanguard, when it has a good set, it can break into the top 5. But Buddy Fight was also sometimes consistently in the top 10 too. I think with the introduction of Digimon and Gate Ruler, and them being pushed by one company that's smaller but understands what their target audience is and how they were going to market the game out the door. And another company that has millions of dollars behind it, millions and billions of dollars to promote and push this game. And it also has a dub that's running on Netflix and Crunchyroll, and I think Hulu as well. Basically, what I'm saying is, you remember when we were kids and we came across Digimon?
Yeah.
That moment is happening again.
Well, it's a
but it's
nostalgia
happening
thing
for a new
again. It's a
generation.
nostalgia thing again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
It's the thing that it's a name because we already when Digimon came out, it's like okay, it's like a knockoff Pokemon, but like you still watched it.
yeah,
And now they're coming out with a card game now, where it's just like okay, whoa, yeah, I remember Digimon, yeah,
well,
Digimonster, da, 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 da.
no. Well, you're right, but you're incorrect. This card game is born from the reboot of the new series of Digimon Adventure, which is removed from the original canon that we are familiar with, and
Mhm.
it's targeted towards a younger audience. So, like they did the Digimon movies. I don't know if you saw it, where they were all adults. That was them
Yeah,
doing a complete total send off to that storyline and those characters as a whole. Then they started this Digimon Adventure series. That's the equivalent of us watching What I'm saying is that's the equivalent of us watching Digimon, but for the newer generation.
I
For
understand.
watching this series, I don't feel like it's attached to nostalgia. I feel that it's attached to a new audience.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that
Oh,
it's gonna do good because of our nostalgia and us having money and be able to get into a card game. You're gonna
sure.
give it a try because you're like, oh my god, yeah, it's Digimon from way back in the day, and I remember that. But yeah, now they have a new card game, which is smart. Yes, if you have a new card game and or if you have a new series and now you have a card game, now you can get people because that's how I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Was because there was a Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game, and then I went to my house when from college and my brothers were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, what the you guys got the cards? These are actual things? Like I thought it
This
was
is
just
so
a
real?
yeah, it blew my mind. I'm like, whoa. And then for that weekend, I grabbed the buddy. We went to Walmart, bought a whole bunch of cards, bought a child deck, and they were just sitting. We don't know what the hell we were doing, but we're just throwing cards down, like, yeah, Dark Magician, attack. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this is again. And you're totally right on that.
Yeah.
Totally right.
So I'm going to keep an eye on the market when these games release. If Bushiroad's games are pushed out of the top 10 by these two new games,
Mhm.
they're done. That's like
Do
the biggest death bell toll that I could ever ring for anyone. The moment that Bushiroad falls out of the top 10, they're done.
Could you send me a link of that market information you've been?
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you. But yeah, that's my prediction. I hope everybody's dreams come true, and I hope the predictions that were negative don't come true, because I do want to see Card Fight in a good state. I would like to play it as a game versus then have to rotate to other things, but I'm excited for the upcoming games. I'm
Yep.
just very much over the business practices of Bushiroad as a company. They're unforgivable with a lot of the changes that they've made to how they release this game and how they uh, market towards their community.
All right.
All right. We need something funny. One. Tell
Well,
us something
okay.
funny. You're the funny
I'm
guy.
done. No, I
You're the
put
funny
mine
guy.
in last. I put in mine last week about getting scammed, and I got us this topic. The only thing I'm gonna say is I want to do maybe next week we can do the thing we said we were gonna do with rating the places to eat or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that or whatever.
So next
Oh,
week we can talk about top 10. Next week is top 10. Top 10 places to eat. We'll find some tier lists and get
yeah,
them
tier
pre-put
list. There you
together.
go. That's what I want to do. I want to do a tier list.
We'll get them put together so that way we have our own with our own pool of stuff. That way we're all on the same page. Because that fast food one that we had some stuff that we
It was
didn't
funky as
all
hell.
know about.
It was hella funky.
Yeah. So like, yeah, let's do that. So I'll do one. Ooh, I'll do one. JJ, you
Yes.
make one.
Yeah.
And Juan, you make one too.
All right, so you'll send the link of what it is, and then we'll get one, and then we'll bring it like homework, right?
Yeah, like homework. Make your tier list. Have a
I'm
tier
gonna do
list
it.
that we can
I'm gonna
all
do it with
like
my
put
stream.
together.
I'm gonna do it with
And
my stream. Yes.
everyone pick a different subject. So like,
Wait, what?
just well, not of food. We're not just gonna do fast food. We're all gonna do a different tier list and then bring those, and then we're gonna tier them together. So
I thought we were all gonna pick one same thing, and then we were all gonna do one, and then we were gonna rate each other's.
No, because then don't forget, both of you living in different states. Both
Yeah.
of you have like different mom and pop shops there, and I'm
Got
in
it.
Europe, which
Yeah.
literally
So
have
like, so what I was getting at is like a tier list of best dogs, and then
Yeah.
like you make your own tier list, and then we would all
There's only one dog that's the best. Bear, you're the best dog.
don't mess it up. Bear will be mad at you. We can talk about some of this stuff off stream though, but let's do tier lists next week. Next week's topic is tier lists. We're gonna tier everything that we care about and tier things that we don't care about. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds lit. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend wherever you are in the world. Stay breezy. Stay glossy. And we'll see you guys next week. Same time, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and 6 p.m. CST? Right?
Yes.
Cool. I can remember time now. Later, everybody.